178 more cars might be coming.
Good.
Wow. That's not good. Did you see it?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Hey, we're back up. Did a big thing. I'm actually streaming on Facebook. I put the link over on the YouTube page, and we're back up covering here for the severe weather coming into my neck of the woods. This was the squall line I was talking about and advertised, and was watching all the model data and everything that was going on for tonight. So this is what we're watching here across North Georgia. Hopefully you folks here across on both sites are going to be able to track this with me. I got to make sure both sites are up here real quick, so bear with me here as I make sure that the chats are up for both of them. I think they both are. Should be good to go. And you guys got anything, y'all can chime in here as we're going to kind of watch this severe weather here come at us here over the next few hours. So going to be an interesting evening, that's for sure. Had some interesting coverage this afternoon. Now, one thing I will be watching with these storms that are coming in North Georgia right now is the fact that we had severe weather earlier this afternoon into a lot of the area across North Georgia that may steal some of the energy that was in there. Because typically when you get thunderstorms that have gone over the same spot twice, then you can run into opportunities where maybe there's not much there. But I tell you, well, you got some nasty stuff out here. Look at this cell that just developed out here and got, woo, that's a nasty one here just on the Alabama side. What's interesting is just how far south is this going to go. Is this going to get down into Columbus or not? I know we got folks on that side. It might clip there. It depends on if it holds together or not. We shall see. But we do have a pretty wide area that's going to have the severe thunderstorm watches out right now. In fact, let me go ahead and zoom into that location so you kind of see the latest here on that. Let me go ahead and zoom in on this real quick. As you got that watch box there coming in across a lot of Georgia and Alabama. So it just stays just to the north of the Columbus area there. You can kind of see the boxes there. Oops, let me get this
new information.
Drawing on me. I don't need to do that. There we go. Has been updated. There you kind of see the wider perspective. So you see the watch boxes. They're being trimmed away as that squall line is coming by. So we'll see things there begin to improve. Hey, good to see y'all. Good to see everybody. Everybody see y'all starting to chime in there on the chat there. Again, if you're on the YouTube side, make sure you go and hit that subscribe button. If you're watching on the Facebook side, just give me a big thumbs up there if you can, as we're kind of tracking this weather here. Even though I am doing it on the YouTube page, we're kind of targeting here for North Georgia. Facebook on my North Georgia page will not allow me to do live until it's 60 days old. So I am streaming on my Columbus page. And I did put the link on my the YouTube link over on the North Georgia page. So hopefully we'll get people to come in and watch our coverage that way. It's the only way I can get around that as best I can. All right, well, one good thing, when these storms start moving into these North Georgia counties here, we got some decent cameras up here, so we can kind of see what they're going to be doing up there. And the model data we're all suggesting, as that squall line comes in, as it progresses here from west to east, we're going to see things begin, the line should begin to weaken a bit. So that is what we're going to be watching here for right now as this comes on in. So make sure my yeah, I thought I was getting a double feedback there, and I think I am. So hold on a second. I got to get that fixed. Thank you for that new subscriber, by the way. I appreciate you coming here on the channel. Probably just have to keep that muted for right now. Just leave it in the background because I did rush into this. My wife and I went to a movie this afternoon as I was trying to time out when this thing was going to be coming in. I didn't miss it by that much. The previews are always so long when you try to go to a movie. So anyway, good to see you there, Country Butterbean. Good to see you. Welcome aboard here. And, of course, we got Athens, Forby, Steve here back here. Hey, Steve, we had a good broadcast this afternoon, by the way. We had a good, added 13 followers, and we had about 350 followers. We were doing pretty well until the big guys came on board there. But, anyway, let me mute this real quick. Gotta mute that. All right. So, anyway, I've got something left open here, and yeah, there it is. I need to get off this page real quick, so pardon me while I go back to the main page here. That's when I was putting the link over. I was getting feedback here in my behind me, so pardon me when I was doing that real quick. One thing I'll say, this line does not look nearly as impressive as it did when it was coming across the line. Look how it's looping here and losing a little bit of its integrity here. Now, that is not surprising. Now, we do have a little bit of activity here out ahead of this storm. And here across Northern Hall County into Lumpkin County here just south of Helen. So we got some storms coming in through there.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
But this line, I really think it's going to lose a little bit of its muster because we did have those storms here earlier this afternoon. Yes, Tyler, we only need 5 more subscribers here. But I don't know how many we're going to get for a dedicated viewership here for this afternoon here across North Georgia and Alabama. So, but boy, that's a nasty cell. Look at how this thing blew up. It just blew up here and it's merging into the line up here. This is really going to invigorate these cells here just on the northern portion of eastern Alabama. These things are really firing up. So you see this, how intense that cell is right here, and it's moving northward. You see all the purple in there, so you know we got a pretty good hailer in there. So this is moving northward. It's going to merge in with this line right here, and it's going to invigorate that line here, especially up near Century and Cedar Bluff. So I'll have to watch this getting in and see if it gets into Rome and see if it causes any problems in that area. So I know the Braves are playing the Dodgers tonight. We'll see if they we'll see how much of that game they're able to get in, and I will watch that on delay a little bit later, but we'll see how much they get in here for tonight. Again, remember what we were showing here earlier, and I'll kind of rehash this again. Look at where this thing is lit up here as far as how this is going to progress in with the wind damage being highest as it goes in here. But notice how it drops off as it comes across North Georgia, and that's because the squall line is forecast to weaken as it moves to the east. And I think that's probably going to hold true, even more so now, deliberate now, based off what I saw there on the earlier one there. So again, thank you for that new subscriber. Thank you. Only got to get 4 more to go. That'd be a nice thing to go ahead and get. Hey, let me get my back monitor. I don't like seeing it behind me real quick. I got to fix this real quick. So bear with me here for a second while I put my alert code here back behind me. For some reason, it shut down. So we're going to put it back over there. And I just don't like seeing that in my back corner there. There we go. That's a little bit better. Thank you very much. So yeah, we only got to get 4 more subscribers. That'd be nice to hit there. But what you're going to see along this line coming in Alabama and Georgia is going to be the fact that you're going to have some very, very strong gusty winds in here. Probably some hail in here as well. Might be some sporadic power outages. We'll need to see. Let me look at and see what Alabama has done with their power outages here, just to kind of see if we're getting a lot of those or not. So hold on one second while I take the state power outages here. And in the state of Alabama, you got about 30,000 watt power. That's about 2% of the 1.2% of the customers without power. So we're probably going to get some sporadic power outages here as this line moves on in. Right now in Georgia, only about 878. So as this line's coming in, we're probably going to see some sporadic power outages, especially from Dalton down toward Rome. If you guys are watching on Facebook, I did see Trooper Bill. You're on the Facebook side, so I do know that we're getting some stuff there in Columbus. So if you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube, you can see it from there. Now, again, just a reminder, those who are coming over from the North Georgia page, I cannot stream on there yet, not till June 8th, unfortunately. So hopefully you're watching from YouTube and you're going ahead and giving me a thumbs up and a subscribe on this channel here as we watch this line come on into northern Georgia and coming through Alabama right now. So we're going to turn the power off here real quick. I'm really hoping this thing loses a little bit of its punch. Let me see here. This thing should be ready to go now. Yep, no more echo. Good. There you go. I had to fix that real quick. So hopefully I can hear the alert tones coming in here. I really should get me some earpieces. Probably need to do that. See what the cameras here are looking like here. Just kind of looking at Bartow. Yeah, not looking too bad there. But this is pointing to the west. So as these storms get closer, we'll get to see how they are doing there and progressing. If anybody is watching here on the Georgia side here, if you guys get any kind of storm reports or if you see anything, please put it down in the chat.
New information. This flash flood warning has been
So
updated.
this is a pretty good storms up here in Chatsworth and Dalton. You see this new activity flare up right here. Look at that, just flare up and boom, feeding into the line. That again, you can see a spike in activity whenever you see something like that. You see the storm just kind of blossom, boom, and then it feeds into the main line, and that can cause this storm to pulse up even stronger as they kind of merge their energies. Yeah, it's definitely happening in there. Let me look at the bill on that. Boy, I bet we got a good hailer on that one. Let's look at the hail here. Yeah. See how that just popped up here in the last few minutes? Watch this hailer. Right, this boom right there. So we got a nice little hailer there. Got hailer up here toward the north. Probably going to get some quarter-size hail with that. Yeah, this is actually lining up pretty well with what my morning update was talking about when I posted that this morning. The one thing that was a little bit of a curveball for the day was that we did have the scattered storms this afternoon, but I was not expecting the level of severe that we got. That was a little bit of a surprise. I didn't think we would get that. I thought we'd get some scattered storms, but nothing that pulls up that well. We had quite a few number of severe thunderstorm warnings here across North Georgia. And look at all these hail reports, damage reports here back in Alabama. So looks like a lot of trees down being reported here. So seeing a lot of stuff back here. Yeah, a lot of trees down along that line. In fact, we could probably see what the storm reports. Last time I checked this, when I left this one, we were at about 69, I believe what it was total. Let's see what the storm report damage is showing here so far. Oops, that's not there. Let me go ahead and get that back up. Hold on one second. I'll have that up here in just 1 second. Just got to refresh it. Just got to refresh it. And this is for the second, so this is today. So we're up to 246. So it really has gone up quite a bit there as we go on through. Hey, Kelsey Marie, good to see you there on Facebook. Thank you for checking in for us. Yeah, Rome got hit pretty good the other night, yesterday. That one didn't even technically go severe, so that was a pretty good kind of a surprise there. Well, right now we're watching. I really don't think this is going to get into Columbus. Y'all going to get into some action here for sure tomorrow. I just don't know if this stuff's going to feed in there for tonight or not. The model data was suggesting it was going to stay to the north, but we'll see. I've seen weirder things happen. Oops, I was in radar history mode. I didn't know I was recording that. Oh, now something new I didn't know how to do. Now I know how to do that. Now, one thing I want you to notice about this radar image, guys, check this out. Now, you notice that behind the squall line, see how fuzzy this is all looking? This is because the air mass has become stable. Whenever you see that, that means the air mass is becoming more stable behind the line.
This severe thunderstorm
and as a result of that, that means the worst of it is over. So that's why the watch box that you're seeing here, if you look at where the watches and warnings here are being trimmed away as that line pushes on back. Now, it looks like the northern part of this stuff is settling down, as you can see up here. Oops, sorry, I didn't edit and do that. Sorry, real quick. I got to get my areas up. Here we go. So you see that this is kind of settling down up here, but this activity here is just getting started, I think, especially back toward Texas and in Louisiana. And boy, they got a lot of flooding problems there. Seeing a lot of flood watches there flood warnings there across Louisiana and into Texas. I'm not worried about that for North Georgia because this stuff is moving. That's definitely the good news there. Hey, Nate, good to see you there, brother. So let me go back over here to again. Western PA had some dark clouds and rumbles with thunder. Nothing bad, though. Have some rain and some steady winds. Yeah, it looks like things have settled down up there in your neck of the woods up there in Pennsylvania. Gatlinburg. Well, let's look at Gatlinburg right now. Looks like they're getting hit with some stuff right now. Let's go to East Tennessee here. Looks like they got the rain and stuff's back off to their east. There's Gatlinburg here. So a lot of heavy rains. Nothing severe up in Gatlinburg coming. If you got any relatives up that way, Pigeon Forge, severe weather, they're going to get some heavy rains, looks like. But I don't think they're going to get the severe stuff in there. So again, hey, if you're new to the channel and you're watching on the YouTube channel, please do me the favor to help the YouTube algorithm out. I need you to please hit that subscribe button if you can. It helps us out a little bit there. Give us a thumbs up. And I got to get that new broadcast up over here, so bear with me so I can monitor that. One of the things that when you're a small channel like this one, you have to basically solicit support. It's one of the natures of the beast of having a channel right now. So we got 13 likes over there right now, so that's good. So please continue to do the likes and do the subscribes. We only got to get 4 more to get to 6,900, which would be a nice thing to have today. All right, got a new update here coming up on the Alabama side here. Let's move back down here to the south.
A new flash flood warning has been issued.
A lot of flash flooding going on in Louisiana. That's going to be really problematic, I think. I was noticing that this afternoon when I was watching the stuff, how the different parts of this line were moving at different speeds. Louisiana stuff was not moving that much. This stuff was moving pretty steadily off to the east, but they were all moving at different speeds. And then, until this upper low kicks out tomorrow, and thank you for that new subscriber, by the way. I only got to get 3 more to go. I do appreciate that. It's very, very important to grow the channel. That's the only thing we can do if we want to have any inkling to be able to compete with the bigger channels out there who pretty much, and it's no fault of their own, it's just the way the YouTube algorithm is written, they monopolize everything. So the only thing we can try to do is 1 subscriber at a time to try to build the channel up a little bit and get that like and share going on. That's the only weapon we have as a small channel to try to grow. And, my buddy Steve, who's actually on the broadcast, you got to give Steve a big kudos. He's helped us out with our alert system here, which I really like. We're still got some things we're going to improve on, we want to work on, but we definitely can't build this channel without y'all's help. Let's go back over here to the Birmingham side. I want to check some of this stuff here. Got some pretty good activity here down here toward the south here, over toward Marion and coming up here up toward Alabaster. So Montgomery might still get in on some of this. We'll see, at least up to the north. Talladega's looking bad. The worst in Birmingham is at least over. That's good news there.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning.
So we're going to see some new warnings here, probably getting issued here across North Georgia here very shortly. So all these northern counties up here to the north here are going to see some new warnings here very shortly. We got a new warning that came out. Where's this one at? Back over toward Texas, or is this in Georgia? Oh, this is actually up in North Carolina. Let's look at this one here. Ooh, that's by itself. Got a new warning up here in North Carolina. This is for Johnson County, Tennessee, and southeast Washington and southeastern Virginia. I'm just going over the line there. And this was moving northeast at 25. So that's interesting. That's actually out of the main system itself. So we're going to see some new warnings here coming out here pretty soon. Fannin and Gilmer County. This one just coming out here. This is for Gordon County.
A new severe thunderstorm warning.
This one just came out. This is for Gordon County, West Central Pickens County, Northeastern Bartow County. Goes till 8:15. Severe thunderstorm was located along a line extending from Audubon to Calhoun, moving east at 30. 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail here. So we're going to be able to look at this camera here in Pickens County as this thing gets closer. Obviously, the clouds are getting darker. See the winds kind of picking up a little bit in there. So we'll continue to watch that as that line, the strongest part of this line, moves off toward the east here. Definitely some pretty good hailers in there. Seeing indications of that on the reflectivity with this purple in here. And this will be coming into Cedartown and Bremen here shortly as this continues to push off toward the east. Russell County, I don't know if it's going to get that far south. It's really going to be something I got to watch closely. I haven't had a chance to look at the new model data. Give me a second. Let me look at that for you there and see about if it's going to work itself that far down. Let me look at that model real quick. Oh, we got a new warning. Where's that warning at? This one is up to the north. Okay, we're not going to worry about that one. It's way too far up north here. We're going to worry about this one. So let me look at the model data real quick, and I can give you a quick answer on that. I'm going to look at the latest high-resolution model data. Let me look real quick. And let me switch over to that real quick. And I'll look at the latest data here. It's 22Z. Is that done? That is done. All right, so let me look here. I know we got a lot of stuff coming in toward tomorrow, but as far as this initial line, it looks like it rises up to the north right now. It looks like Russell County and the storms get into your all area probably not till tomorrow morning, midday, because what the model is showing right now, and I guess I could show you this. Let me go over to the model data and show you what this is, the latest model data here. So let me take a look at that. Hold on a second. Let me get that up for you. I messed that up because I was fooling around with it earlier, so just bear with me here for a second. So there we go. There we go. All right. So, oops, I'm sorry. I looked at the wrong thing. My bad. Wrong thing. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. All right. So here's the current snapshot here. You kind of get an idea of the stuff that's lining up right now. So what this is doing is it's kind of riding it up to the north, and it stays north. That doesn't get into Montgomery until we get a little push of some energy that comes in toward tomorrow. Now, we do have a marginal risk for tomorrow, but it looks like you guys in Alabama, East Central Alabama, there might be a stray shower that may pop out ahead of it, but this looks like it should stay in the north. At least that's what the latest model data is showing right now. Hey, Tyler, you're in North Pickens County. Yep, you guys are getting it hit pretty good right now.
A new severe thunderstorm warning
That's
has
up in
been issued.
Kentucky. That was the one we were just looking at there. There's some pretty nasty stuff up here, though. So this line up here, getting ready to come into Blue Ridge here soon.
New
LJ is going to get hit
This
real
severe
soon.
Thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Calhoun, Jasper. And it's these up here look like they're kind of holding their own.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
It's so interesting kind of watching how these storms have just kind of behind it, just the rain just turns into one big giant, just steady rain, like a sleeping rain. That's what I call that. This rain behind the storms look like all, it's nice and it's settled down and looking a lot better. Nate's reporting a nice breeze. Here comes some rain coming down. All right, Nate. So if you get any damage reports up there. Hey, I only need 3 more subscribers, guys. Can we get 3 more? There's 11 of y'all out there watching. We only got a handful of y'all. But if you haven't subscribed to the channel, let's get the last 3. Let's get 3 more. Hit that subscribe button. Give us a like. We're at 16 likes right now. And do that. If you're over on the Facebook side, y'all just give me the like over there. But let's keep that going. I'd like to get those last 3. That'd be pretty nice. Looking back here, Pickens again. I want to keep checking back on this Pickens camera. And while I'm doing this, let me look over here. I want to make sure that this is getting seen over on my Facebook page. I believe it's there. We'll make sure it's all there. All right. Let's see here. Yep, it's there. Okay, everybody sees it. And I got the star up. Okay, that's good. Probably need to do this. Let me do this too. I'll do it. I'll do it double way. This is what I'll do. So I'm going to do this real quick. I'll put a double whammy in here. Best way to do this is to do this way. All right. So I'm putting it on here on my Facebook twice. So I'm just putting it over here twice. Although I know Facebook doesn't really like this too much. All right, there we go. All right. Yeah, 3 subs away. Yeah, looks like about 10 minutes out for you there, Nate. Going to put this into motion again. Again, the Braves are playing tonight, but they're down here at Truist Park, which is right there where my hand's at, and so we'll see if the storms don't put a delay to the game or
A new
they're able to
severe
get it in.
thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Got a new warning out there in Texas here, looks like. Yep. Let's see what's going on here in Texas. All the storm chasers are out there to the west. Yeah, Houston's finally getting in on the action too. So we got, that's Gonzales and Lavakia goes until 7:45. These storms are moving east at 30. So these are kind of individual cells out here in Texas. We'll check on them occasionally. But the main effort, obviously, is you look at this. You got severe thunderstorm warnings here stretching from basically the Tennessee, North Carolina area there, coming all the way down south. Now, I've got folks here on who watch from 389 Country. Their internet radio station. They're based out right here in just north here in North Carolina, near the Hayesville area. So in this area here, you guys got some storms just off to your east there near Murphy. Let me switch back over to the radar here, get the right radar up here. So you guys up there on the North Carolina, some of my listeners, you guys watch out for that as those storms come in here for tonight. See some thunder and lightning here getting back up in Delano again. They've gotten hit multiple times today, at least twice that I'm aware of, with some thunderstorms. And we got some more stuff coming up across Forsyth and Hall County. Yeah, I was noticing the cloud covers we were driving back from the movie theater. Looked like something was popping up there. Let me see what this camera's showing here. Yeah, see some of the clouds there going up. We got a new warning came out. Where are we at here? Back toward Texas, or where we got here? Up here into Virginia. Looks like, or Kentucky. This is getting near Ryan Hall's territory. That's where he lives up that way. Northwestern Martin, northeastern Johnson, and Elliott County in east central Kentucky goes until 8 o'clock.
Has been updated.
And the storms are moving northeast at 35. So you see all that stuff. Same thing up here, though, as we're seeing down south. You see the convection on the side of it, but behind it, it is stable. The air mass stabilizes. So a very similar setup there. Appreciate you guys checking us out here on the Weather Nerds YouTube channel as we're kind of simulcasting over on the Facebook page as well for East Central Alabama, West Central Georgia. You guys watching on Facebook, I still think this stuff's going to stay to the north. There may be a stray shower, may get into maybe just north of the Auburn area, Alexander City area, maybe. But the main rain threat looks like, according to model data, will come in around 11-ish, 10, 11 o'clock tomorrow. And then we'll see some more storms tomorrow afternoon. But the good thing for tomorrow is that it's just a marginal risk for everybody. Things will begin to really settle down. This is kind of the big fire up here for today. I'm really interested to see how many severe thunderstorm warnings we have when this is all done. Nate, I would love to, but those guys have got such a huge start on me. It's not even funny. I mean, you're talking about millions of followers that both those guys got. The Godfather, as I call Ryan Hall, he got the early start because he got the idea ahead of everybody else. And then Max, he just worked his butt off. All right, let's look at this here. Gilmer County, southeastern Murray County, and northwestern Fannin County goes to 8:45. Severe thunderstorm is located along the lines from Jones Mill to near Carter's, moving east at 15. So these things aren't moving all too terribly fast, but they are moving. And once these storms go by, things will settle down. But you're going to have some very gusty winds up along that boundary there, folks. Again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. We're at 16 likes right now, so please hit that like button. And why this is important on YouTube is because the way the algorithm is fed. You got to feed the algorithm. The algorithm likes, it likes subscribes, it likes comments. So you got to put those three things together. And if you show you're doing that, then when you step off, somebody else can come back in. Like right now, we're averaging 2 minutes and 54 seconds per viewer. So to help us out before you leave, please just hit that like button. And if you'd like to subscribe and get continued opportunity to come here and be one of your sources, please do so.
This severe
I do appreciate it.
thunderstorm warning has been updated.
All right, we're going to get some new warnings here real soon here. We're talking about getting into Bartow County here is going to get in on part of it there, Bartow, and heading on down toward Polk County. We'll probably get Bartow and Polk here pretty soon, and also getting down to Heard County. So these three counties in here are going to light up here pretty soon as this line starts to get closer and closer to moving out of the state of Alabama. But it looks like the northern part of the line's moving just a little bit faster than what it's going down on the southern end of that line. So we'll continue to watch this. Pretty looks like Blue Ridge, boy, it's gonna be knocking on your front door here pretty soon. I could probably try to get the Blue Ridge camera up. Let me go to the studio mode here. I need to do something real quick. So bear with me for a second, as I'll try to get the Blue Ridge camera up. I haven't built those into this broadcast over here yet. So, but probably need to do that for future broadcasts and stuff. What I do have is I do have a camera or a YouTube camera that I can, update and stuff. But the Blue Ridge camera is a resort camera, so it's a little bit different. So I need to pull up their downtown camera, and that way we can keep a watchful eye on it here. Let me see if it's coming up. There it is. It's there. So I just got to line it up real quick. So bear with me for a second so we can keep an eye on Blue Ridge and see what goes on up there real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and update that real quick.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
So let's go ahead and we're going to put Blue Ridge, Georgia into this thing. So I just got to line everything up here.
A new flash flood warning has been issued.
So bear with me here for a second while I do this. Of course, I got to take my glasses off to do this. Got to do it this way. So this is what you call doing it on the fly. Because if it was a YouTube page, all I'd have to do is cut and paste it in there. And this is not a YouTube camera, so I'm having to do it a little bit differently. And we will do it this way. Oops, let me bring this down a little bit more. It's kind of like you gotta love live TV, right? All right, and let's get this thing set up here real quick. Let me get the address here. All right, almost got this. All right, that wasn't too bad. So we'll watch the Blue Ridge camera as this thing gets a little bit closer. There we go. So there we go. So now we go. Boom. There we go. Blue Ridge, Georgia is all up and ready to go. We'll watch that camera as the storms get closer so we can keep a watchful eye on what's going on up there and see how it works out. Michael, you can put them in the chat, or if you want to email me something, you can do it at North Georgia First Alert at gmail.com. Just tell me when you send that. If you got any pictures you'd like to send, North Georgia First Alert at gmail.com. All right, let's go back over here to the radar real quick. Let me get switched back over there. Again, I appreciate everybody checking out our coverage here as we're watching the severe weather come through North Georgia. I know we got a lot of folks here coming over, and thank you for that new subscriber. We only need a couple more subscribers. If you are watching from the North Georgia side, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel here and kind of help us out to get over that 6,900. We do appreciate you guys checking us out. I will be able to do this on Facebook with the North Georgia page in about 5 weeks.
New information.
Okay, because for those who don't know, my original page got scammed, got taken over. It got taken down by Facebook because I reported it, and they have not given it back to me. I had 34,700 people on that page, and I haven't gotten it back, and I don't know when I'll ever get it back. So we had to do a relaunch. We got about 6,500 on the new page, and so it's part of lessons learned here. We got a really big watch. Look at this warning box. Woo! That's a big one. Look at the size of that one. This is for Talladega, Randolph, Calhoun, Claiborne, and Clay. So we're kind of getting into parts of east central Alabama there. Severe thunderstorm locating along extending from Mars Hill to Mount Chia, and this is moving east at 45. So we're just to the north here. I don't think it's going to make it all the way down into we'll see if it gets into Alexander City or stuff. Again, all the model data suggests it stays to the north. It does suggest it stays to the north, but we will see. We'll see how this works out. It looks like it's gonna parallel. It's not getting a big push to the east just yet, and part of this because the upper low, which is kind of driving this, is kind of hanging back a little bit. But we'll keep going back and forth between the east central Alabama radar and the one up here to the north. Let's look at Pickens County here.
This severe thunderstorm warning
You're starting to
has
see the
been
stuff come
updated.
by there. Thank you, honey. My wife bringing me a little. Yes, please.
Or water.
Diet Dr. Pepper, please. Yeah, I know. You see in the dark clouds there. Look how dark it's getting behind there. So we'll keep coming back to this camera too, and we'll watch that. So. Oh, well, thank you. That was a while back. Thank you. Hey, Tasha, I appreciate it. Absolutely. Yeah, it's early morning for Archie. You're still watching over there in Scotland. We got our Scott here, Kim here, watching from Scotland. Hey, one more to go. We only need one more subscriber, and we got the 6,900. We started this morning at 6782. 6882 is what we had. So I need one more to go. I need to get that one more. How close are we to Blue? We're getting awfully close to Blue Ridge. You got to watch that camera here. Yeah, starting to get dark there. Oh, yes, Michael, it is North Georgia First Alert at gmail.com. That is the email address there. So that's what we're looking at, North Georgia First Alert at gmail.com. And as you go here, double checking here. Yep, North Georgia First Alert. That's it. That'd be it. Just making sure I was saying it right. Hey, Phoenix City, good to see you. I don't think it gets into Phoenix City here tonight. I think it's going to be tomorrow before you guys get it. And even then, I think it'll be a marginal risk for severe weather for you guys. I think it's going to stay away from y'all. So we'll see what happens. Let me get back over here to my like. There we go. Hey, there we go. We got 6,900. Give everybody a round of applause. We just hit that 6,900. We did make it. We did hit it. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate everybody. Now we just got to get the next 100 to get to the all magical 7,000. Ooh. Now, you guys might be asking, why is that a big deal? I've had several YouTubers that have told me, and I've heard this repeatedly, that have told me that once you get over a certain number, and thank you there, Stunner360. Stunner360, you were 6,900. You were 6,900. Thank you for joining us. And basically, once you get over 10,000, then you really, the YouTube starts showing you different love. Oh, look at it. We got this warning here on this cell that's out ahead of that main line. This is the one south of Dahlonega, coming up toward the Cleveland area. So, and this one says possible tornado, so we got to watch this one. Southeastern Lumpkin, southeastern Dawson, northwestern Hall goes till 8:30. Severe thunderstorm is located near War Hill, or about 8 miles northwest of Gainesville, moving northeast at 35. So, got to watch this. It said possible. Let me look at the velocity on this. I want to see if it's got any kind of rotation in there. Probably can't see it very well. It's too far from the radar, unfortunately. That's one of the problems with trying to see anything up this way. So let me go to high res. Let's look at this camera here. That's the Chesapeake Golf Course. You can see it coming down in buckets right now. So we got the pretty good storm. See the trees are starting to blow in the wind there a little bit. Let's hopefully we don't see any golf ball size hail. See, now that we got the 6,900, now I need to get my pad. Now you might ask, what's a pad? Well, here's my pad. You got to get about 5 more, because what ends up happening when you do a live broadcast like that, you tend to always drop 1 or 2, typically, traditionally. So we got to get a few more just to give us a little pad to kind of hold that 6,900, or we'll fall back into 68. Don't ask me why that happens, but it just does. Let's go back over to the Pickens camera here. Let's take a look here. Look at that wall cloud. Wow. Look at that wall cloud, guys. Check that out. Check that out. Hey, Stockbridge, you guys probably, I think this is going to stay to your north. We don't get stuff down south of Atlanta until probably tomorrow. I think you guys are going to be all right. Same thing up there. Facebook of Tornado Highway 53 in Hall County earlier. Let me take a look at that for you. Thank you. All right, let's take a look here. I see an advertising stuff. Did not see it just yet. I got somebody asking me how much I charge for advertising. Well, Ronnie, I tell you, I am working on that right now. I do need to get some sponsors for this channel, especially on the Facebook side. I was waiting to try to get my numbers back up because I had a lot of advertisers that were interested in doing some stuff before I lost my page. But I'll get back with you later on that. Let's go back to, let me clear this out. Again, that's one heck of a wall cloud, boy. We're going to keep checking down that camera. What we're looking at, that camera is looking off this direction. So you're looking back toward this. So we're seeing that wall cloud right here on that camera as that's getting closer. And it literally looks like a wall of water just getting ready to envelop you right there. Quite impressive. So I definitely want to keep coming back to that camera. Woo, that's impressive. Very nice. Yeah, you don't see a wall cloud like that very often, but that's a very clear definition. So there's going to be some very heavy rain in that. Obviously seeing the lightning in there as well. Let's go and get this looping. So these storms are just kind of holding their own, not looking too bad out there. Let's look at this camera up here. That's Pickens County. That's a little bit too far away, nothing there to see. And thank you for that new subscriber, by the way. I appreciate it. 99 more to go. 99 more to the next thing there. Let's check out the Chesapeake. Oh, it's gotten worse there. And look at the winds there at the Chesapeake Golf Course there. Look at getting some of that horizontal rain. Look at the wind really starting to pick up. Look at the flag. Look at the flagpoles there. Starting to get it pretty rough there. I wouldn't want to be on the golf course right about now. I'm sure there were some people who were trying to get around a golf in before the worst moved in. Let me see here. Oh, I see it. There you go. Let me take a look here. That's some modest clouds there. See rain clouds there. Yeah, that's nothing tornadic in there. That's no tornado. There's some pretty good thunderstorms though. Pretty good clouds there. I can show this to folks. Hold on, I'll show you some of the pictures we just got here. So just bear with me for a second while I switch over to that image so you can see that. So let's take a look here. Let me switch this over real quick. Model data. I want to switch over. See if I can grab this image real quick so you can see it. No, it's not going to let me do it. Oh, well. And thank you for that new subscriber, by the way. Thank you for the pictures, though. I couldn't get it in there. That's something I need to add that to my to-do list. So what I need to make for this graphic is I need to make a quick drop so I can do a quick drop for pictures and stuff. So Mike, thanks for helping me out with that. That's something I just identified as a checklist need. Another thing I want to do is I want to put live shots over here and then also put the radar over here. So I need to do a swap there. We got a new severe thunderstorm warning here across North Georgia. This is into the Dahlonega area and up toward Helen. So this is 1-inch hail. This is for northeastern Lumpkin, eastern White, southeastern Union. Goes until 8:45. Severe thunderstorm was located near Dahlonega, moving north at 20 miles per hour. And I've got to add these cameras in. So for North Georgia, since this is going to be the primary ones, I need to add these down below. I have them on my regular daily forecast, but I have not built them into this product yet.
A new severe thunderstorm.
Let's go back over to the Blue Ridge camera. Let's take a look at the conditions there real quick. And I probably need to do a refresh on this real quick, so stand by for me. One thing about some of these cameras, if you don't hit the refresh on them, you will never get the latest image on them. Sometimes they'll lag. So that's still holding pretty good there. Let's go back to the. Let's see how that wall cloud's looking now. Ooh, look at that. That is what you call it, like an impressive wall cloud. Look how fast it's moving too. You can kind of see the clouds moving. And this warning is over in North Carolina. It's all by itself. Wow, look at that one, all by itself. Pretty good storm there. 3/4 hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. Northwestern Moore in Montgomery County goes till 8:45. All right. So we're on the North Carolina side. But we got quite a few warnings here across North Georgia. There's a little bit of a gap in the line here. So you notice Rome did not get into severe there. So there's a little bit of a gap as this line kind of came across. Kind of weakened a little bit there. I still think Polk County is going to get severe, though. That's awfully close. Polk County and Heard County will probably get a warning here pretty soon. Yeah, there's still raining buckets there. The winds settled down a little bit. Let me see what the winds are doing across this line here. We'll look at this line in here. Just go and check some of the winds in here. Yeah, so there's 67 mile per hour winds. There's 64 mile per hour winds. So we got some pretty good winds in there. It'll get a little bit better as it gets a little closer. Again, I want to thank everybody for checking us out here on the YouTube channel. If you have not given us a like yet, please do so. Give us a like on there if you can. Also, please, if you have not subscribed to the channel, do that as well. The YouTube algorithm requires that of us. And there's the new warning that just came out. I was waiting on this to see if they were going to do that. Just hold on 1 second. It'll post here in just 1 second. We got a new warning that's covering these counties in here. Looks like the southern part of the Floyd County coming in toward Polk and Harrison County. Where's that Carroll? No, this is Paulding over here. There it is. Boom. All right, so let's go ahead and highlight this. So this is Harrison County, southeastern Floyd County, Polk County, and southwestern Bartow. Goes till 9 o'clock. Severe thunderstorm is located along the line extending from near Liddell to near Liberty Hill, moving east at 10 miles per hour. 60 mile per hour gusts and quarter-size hail. So we've got a little bit of a gap there. Notice we got a little gap in here because the storms kind of broke apart right through there. So we're getting a little bit of a gap. So that's continue to move off toward the east there. These storms that are further up ahead of that main line, it's very impressive to see those warnings up here across Dahlonega and Helen. And I could probably work on that Helen camera too. So let me see if I get the Helen camera up here. Hold on 1 second. I'll try to put the Helen camera over here in the other. I've got two cameras. Oh, hold on. Before I do this first, let me show you the conditions there in Blue Ridge starting to go downhill. Notice that the wind's coming up there, the clouds, and getting a little bit windy there right now. So it's getting very close to Blue Ridge. So let me go back to studio mode here. Let me get you back over on the radar while I get the other camera up real quick. So bear with me for a second. I'll get you the other camera here real quick. I just got to look it up. Like I said, I've really got to build these in. So that is something I will do. All right, let's see. Helen, Georgia webcam. Now, these are all pretty good webcams here across Helen. Just got to get this up. There it is. There's Helen. Looking pretty good. Let me put Helen in here real quick and we'll get this one up for you real quick. What I'll do is I'll just keep these now that I'm setting these up right now, I'll just keep these up. And there it goes. All right, let me set this thing up real quick. Can't do it with my glasses on. This is Helen, Georgia. Love going to Helen. Very nice place. This is not going to be set perfectly, but it's going to be good enough. At least we can see the conditions as it comes on through. All right, so we put the location in here, and this one's ready to go too. So stand by here for a second.
A thunderstorm warning has been issued. A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
All right, there we go. So we got Helen, Georgia now up here, so we can go ahead and check that out there as well as we go through this afternoon. There's Helen. So we got Helen and we got the other one up. So let's go back over here to Radar Mega here, and we'll continue to track the storms here. Here we go. All right, now I got two cameras to look at there. Again, I appreciate you guys checking us out on the YouTube channel. Please hit that like button if you can. We're up to 25 likes right now. Average view time is up to 4 minutes, which is good. And please, if you've not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It helps the YouTube algorithm out. Appreciate it. Nate, I try not to go super hyperactive on some of these storms. I mean, I think what's happened out there in the weather out there is we've got a lot of weather anxiety, and I think it's really gone up a lot, especially because of social media. There are a lot of non-meteorologists out there that tend to hype storms to death, and I know they do that for clicks and likes and all that kind of stuff. We all want to get that to some degree, but I think there needs to be a balance. There needs to be a balanced approach about severe weather safety and keeping you guys informed and safe, and at the same time, not treating every storm like it's the storm of the century. You cannot do that because you cry wolf too many times. So I try to find a balanced approach as best I can. Let me go back here to the Pickens County camera again. There, look at it. Yeah, getting kind of breezy and windy out there as that wall cloud's moved over. And I want to look at we'll look at looking at things here. Blue. Ooh, did the camera go down? Oh, there it goes. Ooh, it's getting awfully dark there now. Awfully dark there in Blue Ridge. Looks like it went from day to night there, didn't it? And it's starting to get dark. It is after 8 o'clock after all, but it's getting awfully dark. Should be storming there pretty good here soon. Blue Ridge is just, it's marking right on their front door. Get ready moving there right now. So it's going to be going downhill there very quickly. And we're probably going to get some new warnings up here pretty soon. Probably coming into Union and these other counties right out here. In a Fannin and getting into toward Dawson. These other counties in here are probably going to see new warnings here any second coming out as that line continues to push to the east. Again, getting a stabilizing rain back behind here. Man, I hope this comes on through because I love a good rainy night. I really do. If it comes through and just gives us a steady kind of rainy night, I'm all for it. Looks like the strongest part of this line is actually south of Rome. These stuff up here to the north appear to be weakening just a little bit as they were anticipated to do so. But the southern part of this line is looking pretty good. So it's a question, how far east is this going to get? The model data was suggesting... Okay, sorry. Oh, I spiced it better. My wife's telling me I need to eat some of this food. Oh, thank you. I thought she was fussing at me for a second. Well, my wife was giving me a compliment. Okay, that's good. Let's check out this camera here. See how Bartow County's looking there. Getting a little windier. See that? Quite a bit there. So this line kind of does a little S, but this stuff back here appears to be weakening down here as well. So I think we might be at max strength right about now. So if the model data holds true based off what we're seeing, we're now after 8 o'clock. So we've lost max daytime heating. That's number one. Number two, we did have some stuff that fired up earlier. And thank you for the new subscriber, by the way. Appreciate it. We did have some stuff earlier that may have stolen a little bit of the energy that was out there. I was kind of surprised that we had this new stuff flare up ahead of it. So it did recover a little bit. But the forecast trend is for this stuff to weaken a little bit. Hey, Jared, what you got there? I got severe plans, take shelter for a safe place until the severe thunderstorm warning or tornado warnings will expire and pass away in the U.S. maps. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't have the Pickens County camera. Do you know the link on that? I've never, I mean, other than the Pickens camera up here, this is the EMA office. That's the Pickens camera right there. So it's getting kind of breezy there. It's kind of a little stormy in there, but not looking too bad. And we just hit 200 views here, guys. We got 200 views here in 53 minutes. That's very good. That's not bad. It's a lot faster than we did this afternoon. We did about 350 this afternoon for about 3 hours of coverage. So thank you guys for, that means a lot of you guys here across North Georgia are following my link, and I appreciate you guys coming over. Yeah, this is kind of losing its muster here a little bit, which I'm okay with. Again, this stuff will not clear until tomorrow. I know a lot, if you guys had any weekend plans here for North Georgia on Saturday, I did post my 7-day forecast on the North Georgia First Alert weather page. My full forecast is there. So the rain will probably linger for Saturday, but Sunday's looking better. All right. Let's see if we get two more subscribers, and I got my pad. So we need 2 more. Right now we're at 27 likes. So guys, keep that likes going. Keep the subscribes going. All right, here. Tyler says getting very windy in Pickens. Yeah, I can see that on both these cameras up here. This is the Northern Pickens EMA one. Didn't look too bad there, but this one was definitely looking breezy and windy. See the trees are moving a little bit here. But the good news there in Pickens County is that that line, as you can clearly see, does not look nearly as strong as it did earlier. See the different color as it's kind of weakened a little bit? So it has weakened a little bit, but you're still getting some healthy storms out ahead of here coming up toward the Helen area. Should be getting pretty dark there in Helen soon. Let me see the Helen cam real quick. And that's updating the area. Getting dark, but not stormy there just yet. Helen's checking in at 67 degrees. And there it is storming there now in Blue Ridge. So we got the rainy, stormy conditions in Blue Ridge right now. A little bit of lightning, seeing that as well. So I'll need to move these cameras down. I need to save them. I've got a very good one in Dahlonega, but I've got to get the access to it. They finally gave me the streaming from the University of North Georgia camera, but that requires a little more work than what I can do here today. But I got a very nice camera there in North Georgia, the UNG campus. I need to add to this as well. So seeing the sun starting to set, but look at all those thunderstorms. I love this NOAA satellite. Look at it all the way up here. You can see the stuff here in the north is kind of coming up, but these storms here are looking very robust here, all the way back through Texas, coming through Alabama and Georgia. Still looking pretty strong there with the thunder and lightning and very heavy rain, gusty winds. Well, the tornado threat was relatively low today, which was good. But looking a little stormy for sure for tonight. Now, yeah, this stuff's starting to weaken, which is good. But I still think we're going to see a few more warnings here any minute. Let me see if the new model data is here real quick. I think it was rendering when I looked at it last. Hold on. Let's see. It is 10 hours in, so... I don't know. That's kind of lining up pretty good. Check this out, guys. I'll show you this. This is the latest. This is the new model run just coming in. So this is as of 9 o'clock. You kind of saw that radar, so you kind of see where things are right now in here, right? So let me take you through this. This is 9 o'clock. Look what it's doing to the activity. It's staying to the north. So like I said, you guys there watching in Columbus, I'm not seeing anything getting in your way there, but you see the stuff kind of moving up toward the north. That's about as far as it gets very close. You see a few showers there across Harris County. There, you guys watching on Facebook. And then looks like down near Noonan, you see some storms blowing through there. But just it looks like a rainy night across Georgia. Then we get a bit of a break. And this is 3 o'clock in the morning and then 5 o'clock in the morning. So I've only got about 10 hours of this model in right now. But we got that line that's going to be coming in again going into tomorrow afternoon. Looks like around lunchtime. Losing its punch here a little bit. Let's see what the Bartow County looks like here. Still getting windier. Wow, that camera's really starting to pick up. Getting a little bit breezy there. And the clouds are definitely convective looking. A lot of wind damage reports here across Alabama. What's that up to now? I wonder what the storm report's up to now. 262. No tornado reports today. There were 131 wind reports and 131 hail reports. That's about as balanced as it gets. New severe thunderstorm warning. This one's coming into some other counties. Let's go and talk about this. A pretty big box. This goes into the Jasper and Ball Ground area. So we're looking at northern Cherokee, western Dawson, southeastern Gordon, Pickens County, and northeastern Bartow County. Goes till 9:15. Severe thunderstorm was located near Hinton or 10 miles west of Jasper, moving east at 40. So we're talking about Ball Ground, Nelson. We're talking about Marble Hill, Blaine, Lake Tomahawk, Talmadge, Tate, Revis Mountain, Funkhauser, all those areas here under that. It's a pretty good watch box. So we got a couple of these cameras we can continue to watch. This is that Pickens County camera we keep looking back at here. Do I have any cameras in Union County? I don't think so, but I got to look into that. One thing I definitely need to do, one of the things I'm hoping to do as the channel grows and stuff is I do want to add our own camera network. I have talked with a provider for that, and if we do get up to a point where we get the advertisers, that's why the Facebook page is so critical. As much as I hate Facebook and I don't like them as a company, it is important for my audience growth to get the numbers up to a sufficient level so that I can go to advertisers and sponsors to get like our own camera network. I would love to do that.
New
And I like to also partner up with Radar Omega as well to embolden that effort. So, and thank you for the new subscriber, by the way. Thank you very much.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
So we got a new warning that just came out. Where's this one at? This back over, not like North Georgia. This one, oh, this one's down in Louisiana. So let's just highlight that real quick. This looks like West Central Evangeline and Northeastern Allen Parish goes till 8:15. Did I see one flight up here too? I think I saw one light up over here, I thought. No, I thought, oh yeah, oh yes I did. I did see it. Caught the corner of my eye. Haha. I thought I saw it. This is those areas I was just talking about. So this is northwestern Towns, West Central Lumpkin, Eastern Gilmer, Union County. You there watching Loretta, you watching from Union County. You're in this now. And Eastern Fannin goes till 9 o'clock. Severe thunderstorm was located along a line extending from Notley Dam to near Tolona. All right, gust 60-mile-per-hour winds, gusty winds, and it's at least we're not dealing with a tornado threat. But I hope everybody has secured their lawn furniture and their trash cans outside. If you're out ahead of any of these storms, just make sure you get that stuff secure. You all right? You hear me on that, Loretta? Make sure you take care of that. If you're watching there out of Union County. Again, I appreciate everybody checking out our coverage tonight. I do appreciate that. We are getting a pretty good viewership tonight. Currently up to 31 likes. That's outstanding. Keep that going. Keep the likes going. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please help us out there as well. It allows the YouTube algorithm to allow us to continue to feed. You got to feed the algorithm, like we say. Right now, we're averaging about 4.5 minutes per viewer. So that's why it's important to do the like and subscribe so that when you leave to go somewhere else, somebody else can kind of come in. That's how the YouTube algorithm works. All right, no problem there, Loretta. Glad I could help you out.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
All right, so we got a little gap, but you definitely got a clear gap in that line. Look at the gap there. Now, we'll have to see if this fills back in or not. So I'm seeing some indications maybe it's starting to fill some thunderstorms back in there again. So there's Bartow County. Still, boy, look at the wind blowing that camera around. It's probably not very secure, but it's a little bit of a breezy conditions there. Let's go back to the Pickens County camera, see if it started raining here. Oh, look at it. Wow, look at those clouds. Very, very convective looking. See the wind starting to pick up too. But that's also the tail end line. Let's check out the northern camera here. Yep, getting dark there. Look at those dark clouds. Starting to come in there too. Starting to go downhill. This camera should be looking pretty good. That looks a whole lot better. But you still see the clouds moving pretty good. And this is my Raven County shot, which I love this Raven County shot. This is a beautiful shot when you get some good thunderstorms coming in from the west. Let's go up to Helen. Let's see. Helen should be going downhill real quick here in a second. Let's see what Helen's doing here. Nope. All right, they're still walking about there. Hope folks are ready. It's going to be storming there really bad there shortly. So hopefully they're paying attention a little bit. So I appreciate you guys watching over on Facebook and on YouTube tonight. Nice little quick audience spurt tonight. Not bad at all. We did get over the 6,900 hump. That was a nice milestone hit for today. Now we're just got to work ever so slowly. Don't worry, it won't be this broadcast, but it gets to that magical 7,000, which is a nice big round number. We'll get there later this year. And thank you for that new subscriber, by the way. Just rolled us up to 6,905. That gives me the pad because what happens up these live broadcasts, you always tend to lose a couple. It happens. Don't take it personal, but it does happen. All right, so let's go back over here to the Birmingham. One thing, look over here on the Alabama side, looking at the Birmingham radar, it is clearly diminished off here quite a bit as we've lost the daytime heating. Things here have definitely weakened on the southern part of this line. So again, like I said, you guys there in Russell County and over toward Harris and into Muskogee County here around Columbus watching on the Facebook side, I don't see you getting that stuff tonight. It'll be tomorrow. This stuff right now is forecast to stay all to the north. So this might weekend down here to some of the southern areas here, some of these counties down here toward the south. So we're talking Carroll County, Douglas County, getting into Paulding County here real soon. It'll be interesting to see is this going to get far enough east to have an impact on the Braves game. And oh, look at that, 2 more new subscribers. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate the heck out of that, guys.
This severe
I do appreciate that.
Warning has been updated.
Yeah, like I said, we're beating the YouTube algorithm at its game. I know we're driving folks over from our Facebook page over to this, and you guys are helping me out. That's one way to get around the YouTube algorithm, is to give it another means to do it, and that's what we're doing tonight. So, because in a traditional broadcast, if I was doing this and I wasn't just concentrating on this area, we probably wouldn't have anybody watching, because the two big channels are out there going tonight. So again, very appreciative. Thank you very much, wholeheartedly, from the bottom of my heart to you guys. Thank you. All right, let's go back up here. I want to look back up here at the Pickens County stick again. Yeah, definitely getting breezy out there. Look at these clouds. Ooh, thank you, another subscriber. Wow, that's awesome. I love that. I remember watching, I think Max was doing a broadcast one time, and he had a sizable audience by that time. He was well into the tens of thousands, and he got so excited because it was just moving like an odometer. It was just like, subscribe. It was, I was like, boy, I ever get something like that one day, that'll be fun to watch, because it does make you feel good. I mean, I guess there's a little bit of adrenaline junkie for stuff like that, but you want to try to reach the best audience as possible. That's part of doing a YouTube channel. Seeing the winds up here in northern Pickens County now starting to pick up a bit. So watching that very closely. Helen, boy, it's got to be very close to storming on them. How close is this? This has got to be getting really close. We're falling in between the radars. That's one thing about North Georgia. It does fall in between several radars because of the distance, so you don't get the best pictures in the world there. Let me double check and make sure that's updating. There it goes. No, that is updating. So it hasn't started storming there yet, but it's getting really close. Blue Ridge, let's see if that camera has not gone down. Ooh, did they go down? May have lost that camera. I don't see it updating. That's clearly not moving. Let me see if I refresh that. It just got stuck for a second. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, so you see the stormy conditions there in Blue Ridge a little bit. Rain, a little wind, doesn't look too bad. But I think the worst of it's gone through there now. And there's a little bit of that lightning. All right. Yeah, where I'm located, if you want to know where I'm sitting right here. Where all these counties come together, in my neighborhood, we have Hall County, we have Gwinnett County, we have Jackson County, and we have Barrow County. We have all four counties come into one neighborhood. So you can imagine the busing problem for that. But that's where I'm located at, just so you guys know. And I do the Columbus channel. If you wanted to know why I do that, I used to work down there. That was my initial Facebook page down there. And I also grew up in Columbus, Georgia. My dad was stationed at Fort Benning back in the day. Hey, Ronald, thank you for watching from Dahlonega. I appreciate you. And if you're a new subscriber, again, thank you for following us here on this channel, as well as over on the Facebook channel as well. Now, eventually what will happen for events like these in the future, I will be broadcasting on not the Columbus channel, because that's not really my main business channel. It will be the Facebook North Georgia First Alert page. All right, now we got to go up here, because I do have listeners up here, or watchers here in the North Carolina area there on the internet radio station on Country 389. 389 Country, I should say. All right, this is for Cherokee County and Clay County in southwestern North Carolina. Storms located on line from 14 miles southeast of Etowah to 7 miles southeast of Ducktown to Blue Ridge, moving east at 40 miles per hour. So I do have some viewers and listeners into that neighborhood, so we're watching that area as well. I've actually got potentially right now, looks like maybe 4 different radio stations, so I'm going to have to kind of market those together as part of the North Georgia First Alert Weather radio network. Now that I got potentially 4 of them, we'll need to start marketing them in that fashion. So I just got to talk to that new radio station who's coming on board. And then Steve, you're obviously your radio station down there that you help there, over there in East Georgia there. I have to watch them as well. So we'll kind of market all 4 of them together. That'll be a nice thing. Let's look at the Bartow County cameras there again. Still looking windy there. Not looking bad though. Now the question is, are we going to get new warnings here to come out here, coming into Paulding County and into Cherokee County here, the southern part of this? and maybe even getting down here toward Carroll County. We'll see. These storms appear to be losing their punch a bit. But as long as there's active warnings going on, we're not going anywhere. So don't think I'm hanging it up the phone, because I'm not. We're going to be doing this for a little while. Currently up to 35 likes, so keep those likes going. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Thank you, Kim. Hey Tyler, I think we got somebody else who's going to be our new cheerleader. Now y'all can do it together. Y'all do it in tandem. Like I said, there you go. Got another subscriber, 6909. That's very nice. Yeah, we'll make a run at that 7,000 on another day. We'll get closer. We won't get to 91 tonight, but everyone makes it a little bit easier down the line. We'll look at the camera here up in Pickens County. See, that one's not looking too bad there. Just some breeze. What about this one? This one should be sitting some rain in there now. Oh, they moved the camera a little bit. Yeah, getting a little breezy, a little rainy there as well. Nope, some rain starting to fall. See, it'll come on the camera there a bit. See the thunder, lightning back here in Alabama. This storm up here in North Georgia, this one's looking pretty healthy. That Helen, it's got to be storming in Helen now. Come on, Helen, where you at? It's got to be getting rainy and stormy there now. It's getting dark, obviously, getting kind of late to see how that's going to do up there. But they got a severe thunderstorm around their hide. So it looks like it's starting to rain there a little bit, but it doesn't look too bad just yet. Again, if you're watching here on the YouTube channel, again, I want to thank everybody for checking us out. I know it's not the optimal thing. I know a lot of folks are coming over from the North Georgia First Alert Facebook page. I put the link over there for you guys to watch the coverage here as we're watching the storms come in tonight. We will be able to simulcast this in the future once we get past June 8th. That's the mark on the calendar. On June 8th, the Facebook page will be 60 days old, and I can simulcast on both. In the meantime, if you're not a subscriber yet, this is going to be the main platform for future severe weather events or things like that, especially if we get into hurricane season. So if you have not subscribed, go ahead and do so now. Add it to your playlist. I do daily forecast, national updates, and stuff like that, and you can put that in your YouTube feed as well if you're a regular watcher over there. And here's another thing. Facebook and YouTube audiences are completely different from each other. And I'm going to tell you why. On Facebook, it's 70% female, 30% male. And YouTube, exact opposite. It is 70% male and 30% female. So I got to try to hit both audiences that way. So please do that if you help me out in that capacity. Lightning hard in Pickens County. Not seeing a whole lot showing up. I see a little bit of lightning, but the lightning trend has been downward up there toward Pickens. You can see some of those lightning flashes that were going through there, but they've really dropped off a lot. So again, the weakening trend continues with these storms up across North Georgia. Per the model data was dead right. We knew it was going to be intense as it was entering up here across northwest Georgia, and as that continued to move off toward the east, it was going to weaken. Thus, they go into yellow and into green. Looks like they did update that a little bit. I just noticed there has been a change here. Let me check out the category. Looks like they've shifted. Okay, yeah, it looks like they made a little bit of a change here. So it looks like here, I'm going to go move this over to weather-wise here. They have added a little more of the severe here going into portions of the Carolinas. So they've added some slight risk there. So the slight risk here is kind of running north of basically my main coverage area across North Georgia. We continue with slight risk. So all of North Georgia, basically from Metro Atlanta northward, is going to maintain in that slight risk all night tonight. Now going in toward tomorrow, we'll see if they change this any. Now right now, day 2, they've only got the slight risk up here toward the north, up here across Harrisburg down into Charlotte. And you notice all of North Georgia is under a marginal. Would not shock me in the least if that changes a little bit tomorrow. We'll see. Again, we got the storms cut. It should be clearing through a lot of the area here around the middle of the day. So we'll have to see what that primetime heating does for tomorrow to see if it reinvigorates the atmosphere or not. Yeah, we're actually coming up on an hour and 15 minutes. We've almost got as many views as we had on our earlier broadcast, and we had 3 hours of viewingship. So that tells you a little bit of a difference there when you're able to drive traffic to the page. So these storms down here to the south, coming in closer into Metro, these are kind of holding their own. So I'm expecting a new warning here coming out here shortly, for sure around Paulding County, probably parts of southern part of Bartow County, and maybe parts of Carroll County. So I'm expecting a new warning to come out here very shortly, coming into the western suburbs of Metro Atlanta here pretty soon. So again, these storms here might play a factor in, of course, the Braves are playing. They're up here, they're right here where my hand's at. So these storms are not that far away. If it starts to thunder and lightning, they will suspend that game. So we shall see if they're able to get that game in or not. I don't know. Okay, which one of you guys out there on YouTube want to be 6910? Let's go for round numbers. We're gonna press that thing up. Let's go for a round number. Hit that subscribe button. Let me look at this camera here, see if that Raven County's picking up. Yeah, now we're starting to pick up some of that stuff up there. Starting to see some of the storms off here to the distance. You kind of see it now from that Raven County. It's getting kind of dark, so I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to keep this camera. One thing about those digital cameras, they do pretty well in low light. But you see these storms here coming up from the south, so we're seeing some of this start to come up this way. And these storms are weakening a bit, so I don't know if we're going to see any more warnings up this or not. We'll see. The northern part of this is weakening. Let me switch over to the Greenville radar. I want to see how these storms looking over here. No, they still don't look
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
This is too far away from there. Yep. Like I said, North Georgia, it is hard as all get out because you're falling in between 3 different radars. Sometimes makes it a little difficult to see. There is supposed to be another radar here across Gwinnett. Hold on, let me see if I can get that one real quick. I don't know if it reaches up that far. Stand by for a minute. I'm going to go studio mode here for a second. I'm going to switch over to weather-wise. I think it's over here. Let me look at the radar over here. Yeah, there it is. Let's see if this picks up a little bit better. It's not on. Okay. I wanted to see if it was on. It is not on. There's that one. Oh, I see why it's not. Never mind. Hold on one second. I see why it wasn't on. Because I was not on reflectivity. So there we go. Let's go over here. No, it's a short-range radar, and it does not pick up very long. I was just checking it. Just checking it. All right, let's go back to studio mode here. Get out of that real quick. And thank you. We just hit our 6910. Thank you very much. And at the same time we hit that, we hit our 300th view for the broadcast. So again, thank you everybody for participating in our coverage tonight. Still looking a lot of active warnings. There's 11 total warnings out there, but a lot of these are here across North Carolina and Georgia. You got these 2 up here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A lot of this is running across areas. Right now, 11 active warnings, and almost all of it here across the North Georgia area. I want to check these winds out real quick. Not that bad. Doesn't appear to be that bad. 50, 60 mile, 50, 50, 50. A lot of 50s in there. 48. Not bad. Let's see, how far is that from the baseball park? Let's see here real quick. I want to check that out. The baseball park is right about there. And about 37 miles away. So about continuing to move off toward the east there. All right, hey, well, we had a nice little jump on the likes. We're up to 41 likes. Again, before you guys lay it on out of here, make sure you hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Very important because YouTube algorithm demands it. Let's go check out some of these cameras up here in North Georgia once again. Pickens County. Getting dark and rainy there. Oh, there's the lightning. Boy, you see that lightning up there? See that light up pretty good. That's up in Pickens County. There you go, Tyler. So that lightning you were talking about. And let's check out this other camera here. See how that's looking. A little rainy. Not bad. Ooh, see how convective these clouds look. This is the Cherokee County camera.
This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Looks like this is pulled on out.
New information. This severe, considerable, destructive.
Oh, there's Helen, Georgia. Not looking bad there in Helen. I mean, it's cloudy, rainy, but doesn't appear to be too bad there. See Blue Ridge. No, it looks like the worst of the winds is over there in Blue. So Blue Ridge looks like you're done. You're just ready for a plain old rainy night up there now. The worst of it's pushed through your area right now, so that's good news. Eventually, one of the things I do want to do for this channel when we get this thing going up for the North Georgia First Alert Weather Center is I do want to develop our own spotter network. I've had a few spotters reach out, say they'd like to do that. And we'll have a special group me put together for chats and updates and things like that for pictures and stuff. So that's on the horizon. But right now, the short-term goal is to get us back to our 35,000 that we originally had. Which is going to take a little while. We're only at about 6,500. We've done that in about 3.5 weeks, but hopefully we'll get some more folks back in here soon. Saw a new warning just came out. Oh, this is over in North Carolina, over near here. Oh, that's a pretty nasty looking cell. That's 1-inch hail. This is for southwestern Moore, north central Scotland, southeastern Anson, Richmond County, and west central Hoke. Goes until 9:15. Severe thunderstorm was located near Rockingham, moving northeast at 45. So we're getting some stuff out of ahead of that main squall line there. I'll have to say that I think the high resolution model did pretty well with this activity for today. Not bad. The only thing it did underestimate was the storms we had this afternoon. Now that it did miss a little bit.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Ooh, look at these clouds here.
New information.
Thank you for that subscriber.
This severe thunderstorm warning has been
Keep it
updated.
going, man. Keep those subscribes going. I've kind of told this story before, and I'll tell it for you guys out there again, is before I figured out how that YouTube game worked, there was a severe weather we were doing, and I just couldn't get anybody on here, and I almost wanted to throw in the towel. And then we had another event, and I started doing what I'm doing now with every 5 minutes kind of doing the whole thing. And then that's when it started to click. So, and thank you for that new subscriber. Again, that's the game the YouTube system requires for you to maintain an audience. This afternoon when I was doing my coverage, I was doing that. But once the YouTube algorithm drops you, you cannot get it back. It's the way, the nature of the beast. If you do not feed that beast, it'll drop you, and then you kind of get stuck with your regulars. I love my regulars. You know I love y'all out there. But you can't get new people, and you can't grow your audience. So that's why I always tell the likes and the subscribes as part of doing business on social media and doing it on the YouTube network. So we're getting close here. I'm waiting to see if we're going to get, this is almost out of the box. Now, excuse me for a second. Probably not a good idea to try to talk and eat at the same time. I'm sorry. Ooh, I'm going to choke myself to death. No, all right, brother. Hey, Elijah, don't worry about it, man. You're going to be okay. Where are you at? Where are you watching, Elijah? Where are you watching? Can you look at Louisiana where I'm at? Magnet? Absolutely. I can look at that for you real quick. Not a problem. Let's go take a Louisiana. Louisiana's been getting hit with a lot of heavy rain, but I don't have any warnings out there, but a lot of heavy rain. There are flood warnings all over the place out there in Louisiana. And a lot of this stuff is not moving very fast. So they're going to have some problems tonight. In fact, if you look at the watch warning map, and I'll show you this real quick, you notice here across Louisiana, we got quite a few of that right there is flash flood warnings out there because of the heavy rain. So hopefully there'll be a problem. Notice that the watch boxes are slowly trimming away. They've slimmed down quite a bit here over the last hour or so as these storms have pushed off toward the east. But you're not looking too bad there in Louisiana. I hope you just don't be in a flood-prone area. And if you are, move to higher ground. You don't want to be out there for that. So what I'm seeing with the storms here that are coming in close to Metro Atlanta is the wind criteria, looking at the velocity mode on there, does not appear to be quite high enough to be technically, quote unquote, a severe thunderstorm. And this storm is about ready to pull out of this warning area. Still think they may put a warning out here, but we'll see. They're getting awfully close. Here's interesting. You see this right here? This is an outflow boundary. This is some gusty winds that are moving out of the main line. So imagine taking a big thing of water. Thank you for that new subscriber, by the way. Taking a rock, throwing it in the pond, and watching it kind of spread on out, and you'll get these waves that'll set on out. That's why forecasting in the spring and summertime can be a little more problematic. And you'll probably notice it with your local forecasts and things like that. It's been happening to me all this week. Because you're watching things that are going on out there, and you'll get these changes because the disturbances are weaker. They're not on a grand scale, not like when you're in the winter time where you got this big storm fronts and you're tracking cold fronts and stuff. It gets a little bit harder. It gets a little bit more difficult to kind of forecast. So you'll get day-to-day changes, especially when you're dealing with severe thunderstorms that may impact other parts of the country, and you see where they kind of intersect. That's why I said tomorrow it would not shock me if the marginal does get changed to maybe a slight risk and maybe comes back in Georgia or not. We'll see. It is possible. Would not surprise me because it's been happening a lot here lately. Let's look at this camera here in Bartow County. Should be raining good there now. Oh yeah, getting a little lightning and thunder there in Bartow County. We were looking at this camera earlier. So looking pretty good there right now. God, if you told me when I came on here we would have that many new subscribers to the channel, I would have said, no way. You know, we actually did. So again, thank you very much, man. Keep that meter going. Get it moving in the right direction. Because it makes me feel like I've done my job. I really, there is a certain satisfaction with knowing that, hey, you did a good job. All right, these up here, that's still awfully borderline. Dahlonega, you might still get another warning here. I mean, this is still looking pretty healthy here. Just coming on Highway 52 between LJ and Dahlonega. Yeah, over near Dawsonville. That's probably went over Burt's Pumpkin Patch right in there. Some pretty good rains there. Again, this is the Pippins camera here. Doesn't look too bad on that one. So I always look at the flagpole on that camera. And this stuff here, got some pretty good storms here north of Alexander City. There in Alabama. That Tallapoosa County still may get something there. I still think it'll stay north of Opelika and Auburn, but is it going to come that far south? We'll see. Troup County, Heard County, still got these storms over across the way to come on through. And this is just firing up. Look, this just fired up in the last few minutes. See it? Look at this. Boom. So it tells me the air mass is still kind of juicy through there. And thank you for that new subscriber. Thank you. My alert system does not alert me on every new subscriber. I think it depends on what you're using. If you hear that, you hear little wavy hands in the corner. That's what it usually tells me. And I like to thank them individually. Hey, yeah, you're over there in Scotland. For those who don't know, Kim here is watching from Scotland. They liked watching the weather here in the States, and it's like way early in the early morning hours there in Scotland. I think they're, 6 hours ahead of us? So it is way early. You go get some sleep, Kim. Thanks for watching today. Appreciate it. Ah, there it goes. So that was Stephanie. Stephanie just subscribed. There you go. See, sometimes it lets me know. Thank you, Stephanie. You were number 6915 that just came on our channel here. Thank you very much. So we learned a lot of lessons today for this channel as far as its future growth. What we learned today, this morning, I started my broadcast early before the two big guys got going. They started a little bit later, and we were able to add some new subscribers. We had some decent viewership. But then once they got on, it dropped off. And then listening at the local level is also another way to grow the channel. So those are the two things that we'll try to do in the future. We got a new warning, but I didn't see where it came out. Oh, this is down in Texas. All right, so check out to Texas here. San Antonio, to the east of San Antonio here. Gonzales, ping pong size hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. This is for western DeWitt, northeastern Karnes County, Gonzales County, and northeastern Wilson. Goes till 8:45. Severe thunderstorm was located 12 miles northeast of Stockdale, moving east at 35. So Texas still getting a few weather warnings out there, although it looks like settling down in Texas too here tonight. So I know there's a lot of tired storm chasers out there. So a lot of the action here, and this sail up here in North Carolina, this is really, the fact that it's picking up from that distance from the Atlanta airport radar down Peachtree City, and I'm seeing purple. Boy, they're probably getting some pretty good hail in here. Up near Jones Mill, Fires Creek, Hayesville. Again, this is Brasstown. It's already up to your north. So a lot of you guys there on 389 Country who will listen out there, that's a pretty good hailer there. Let me see how the Ville looks like on that. That's got to be a pretty good hailstorm there, showing it from that distance. Yeah, see a nice little cluster of hail in there. That's across the border there, and Murphy, Andrews, and Hayesville. There in western North Carolina. Let's see, you'll still see some hailers up here across. See some hail here south of Helen. And looks like that's out in No Man's Land near Gaddis Baxter. So still getting some hail there. And thank you for that new subscriber. Thank you very much. Again, that's I try to make it, because we're a small channel, I like to thank every single one of y'all that come on board here. You're going to take the time to subscribe. I'm going to take the time to say thank you. Here we go. We finally got a new warning here getting into Metro Atlanta now. Okay, so here we go. 3/4 inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. This is for Paulding County, Cherokee County, northeastern Haralson County, northwestern Cobb, northwestern Douglas, eastern Polk, and southeastern Bartow. Goes till 9:45. Severe thunderstorm is located along the line setting from Subtly. Is that Subtly? To near Draketown, moving southeast at 45. So I think the Braves game is definitely heading toward a rain delay of some kind, the way this is going. I will say this much. The radar representation of this severe weather does not look all that impressive to me, to be honest with you, but they're continuing to issue the warnings out there. So we'll continue. And thank you for that new subscriber. You guys keep that thing going, man. I am very humbled by y'all subscribing to the channel and watching our coverage here across North Georgia. I do appreciate it. That's out toward Texas. We already did that. So again, watch this outflow boundary stuff. You see this stuff here going by, and then as it goes on by, you see this new one here, boom, just kind of flare up there. So we got to watch these down here toward, again, coming down toward Heard and Carroll counties there. And that is Mike C. Hey, Mike C. Thank you for subscribing. I definitely need to make that bigger because I'm having to take my glasses off to read it. I'll make that note to change it for a future update. I use a program called Streamlabs. It allows us to do the chat stuff and everything, and it also allows the alerts for new Facebook followers, YouTube followers, as well as donations and stuff like that. So it's a nice little program to have. And thank you for all the new followers. We got a lot of people here watching here now, probably our biggest audience here of the day. Again, let me introduce myself. I'm meteorologist Greg Majeski. If you're watching come over from the North Georgia First Alert weather side, we are watching the severe weather coming through Georgia. If you're not a subscriber, please do so. You see we're at 6917. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It does help the YouTube algorithm. And it never fails. Every time the subscribe and the like start going, our audience goes up every time. It's just, that's how that algorithm works. So we're up to 46 likes now, and we're averaging about 4 minutes and 46 seconds per viewer. And that's why I have to ask y'all to do that, because the average viewership time is going about almost 5 minutes. So again, as one person leaves, somebody else has got to come in. So still looking at a pretty good line here. We're going to see if they're going to issue stuff out here up ahead of this. We're talking getting into Union, getting over here toward Raven County, White County, Habersham. Are we going to get some more in here or not? They did let this stuff kind of expire as it was going through Helen. This is kind of weakened, although it's kind of holding its own. There's still some hail in there. I mean, I can still see a little bit of the purple in there, even from that distance. It looked like a pretty good hailer went right over Cleveland there and south of the Helen area. Got a new warning. Let's take a look here. Where's this one at? It looks like it must be out to the west. Let's see here. Where we got? Nope, way out here in the west. Let's out here in the plains of Texas. But don't worry about that one. Make sure. Is that the new one? Let's make sure. Oh, yeah, we got a new one here in Georgia.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Yep, this is what I was waiting on. I was wondering if they're going to issue that on that, and they just did. All right, here we go. So this is for Lumpkin County, Towns County, southeastern Gilmer, northwestern White, northern Dawson, northeastern Pickens, Union County, and southeastern Fannin. It goes till 9:45. Severe thunderstorm was located near Nimbleville to 8 miles north of Dawsonville, moving east at 30. Yep, just saw that up there across North Carolina. And they're getting hit pretty good. That's that between Andrews and Hayesville, man, that is some pretty good. That's a very impressive looking storm. That radar picking up that kind of reflectivity that far away, that's very impressive. Yeah, big hail over there. Look at that. Right there at Big Peachtree Bald, Fires Creek, Colville. That's probably getting some upwards of maybe a quarter size hail, maybe a little bit bigger.
This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
So again, this warning still goes for Cherokee and Clay County till 9:15.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Yep, that's the one we just did. So that's the biggest hailer we got that's all the way from the Peachtree City radar there. Got a little bit of hail here. Not seeing hail anywhere else. That's the only storms I'm seeing hail of is up here in the mountains. Let me switch over to this one here. I think I was actually on the Greenville radar. I spoke too soon. Hold on one second. Let me switch over to this one. Yeah, a little bit spotty. Spotty hailers. Ooh, that's a pretty good hailer. Right there near Alexander City. Watch that one. All right, switch back over here to reflectivity mode here. Again, everybody, appreciate everybody watching the channel here. All y'all, we're coming up on 400 views. All right, we already topped our views from earlier. We did 3 hours of coverage. We had about 350 views earlier today, and we've got almost 400 now at an hour and 37 minutes. So thank you very much. I appreciate it, guys. And we've added here, since we came back on, I think we were at 6. We've added 17, 23 new subscribers to the channel. That's outstanding. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. So this stuff's going to continue to go west-east. Again, behind the storms, once they go by, like up here in Dalton, up here in Lafayette and Calhoun, just a plain old nice steady rain here. Good sleeping weather here behind this thing as this goes by. So I'm not sure how much this is going to hold together. I'm way over here, so it's going to be way after probably midnight before I see anything my way just yet. As it's coming up on 9 o'clock, so I think it'll probably be after midnight before it gets over my way. Let's look over here, this camera here, the Cherokee County EMA. Seeing the wind picking up here a little bit. Seeing the Crystal Falls Golf Course, seeing the clouds out there too. There's a Chestatee one. This is the Radar Omega headquarters. They're right there in North Georgia. They're responsible for the radar system that I use for my live coverage here. It is a paid service, by the way. If you're interested in that, Radar Omega, you can check on that. I'd still like to make them a sponsor and a co-sponsor for my broadcast. So I was getting ready to do that before I lost my original Facebook page. But hopefully when I get it back up, we'll be able to do some more. We'll be able to work some kind of deal out. He used to work with Ryan Hall, but they don't do that anymore. I think Ryan Hall's gone on to somebody else now. He's not using them anymore. So hopefully, if he's not going to use them, I will use them. There's that warning I've been waiting on. I was waiting on this. This is that one here to the south. This is one near the Carrollton area. So we're talking about eastern Haralson, Carroll County, southwestern Douglas, and Heard County. So this is one we were waiting on. Goes till 9:45. Severe thunderstorm was located along a line extending from near Temple to near Napoleon, moving southeast at 30, 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail. So again, anybody out ahead of this in Metro Atlanta, obviously, even across North Georgia, any of these areas that have not been impacted by this line, you need to make sure you got your lawn furniture outside taken care of, your umbrellas, trash cans, things like that, so they don't damage your property or your neighbor's stuff. Seeing some damage reports popping in here. Let's take a look. Multiple trees down along Rock House Road near Silica Road. I see some here that popped up near the Blue Ridge area here. Several trees down near the intersection of Lucius Road and Board Road. Trees down at the intersection of Highway 515. That's heading up between Blue Ridge and LJ. Wires down near the intersection of Big Bend Road and Board Town Road. So we're getting some trees down, some power outages here as this line's going to come back into Helen here soon enough. So we'll watch what's left of this line as it comes into Helen, because we do have that live camera from Helen right there, but we'll keep checking back on. Right now, not looking too bad there in Helen, but we'll watch that line as it comes in from the east. There, you're seeing a little bit of that lightning now. Saw that lightning there. Started to get some flashes there in Helen, Georgia, so we'll watch that. And let me check here to the Raymond County one here. This is getting dark, but we can still watch the lightning and stuff as this comes in from the west. Well, this is back. Oh, Mississippi. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, that's a little lone cell all by itself. This is southeastern Rankin, northeastern Simpson, northwestern Smith, and southwestern Scott. Goes till 9 o'clock. Server's located about 12 miles north of Manville, moving northeast 25. And thank you for that new subscriber, by the way. Thank you. All right, you know what I said earlier. I like round numbers, so we need to get 2 more. We like round numbers. Or do it by the 5s. We need to get 2 more subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, man. Hey, Mike, what you got there? All right, Loretta's reporting it's rain and lightning in Union County right now. The delay, I think it's about 5 seconds, I believe. I've checked it out before. I think it's about a 5-second delay or so. So, but not too bad. That is Pat Morris. Thank you, Pat Morris. Pat Morris was number 6918. Thank you for joining us here on the channel. And we just hit 400 right there. Bam-o. Just hit 400 views here tonight. Thank you, guys. Yeah, that one in Mississippi is definitely a hailer, too. I'm pretty certain of it. That's probably why they issued the warning out on it. I mean, let me look at the bill on that one. I'm sure we got a hailer on that. Yep. Clear hail ball right near Cato and Johns there in Mississippi. That was definitely a hailer.
New information.
As far as hailers over here in this line, not a whole lot, but look at this one here near Dahlonega. We got this pretty good hailer here near Dahlonega, not too far away. And of course, we've been tracking this big hailer up here in North Carolina. This has been showing up for a while now, right near Hayesville. So you guys, my buddies there from 389 Country, you guys up there, I hope they're watching this stuff very well. And for Metro Atlanta, of course, you guys on the Atlanta First radio network there, that's another one of my internet services there. Hopefully you guys were listening to my thunderstorm warnings here earlier today. I knew we were going to have thunderstorms going into tonight. I got to start plugging my radio stations. Got to do that a little bit, you know, a little cross promotion. Right now, we're up to 47 likes. Outstanding, guys. And we're averaging about 5 minutes per viewer.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Like they cut this back a little bit here, looks like. Yep. This is for Randolph, Claiborne, and southeastern Clay. Storm is near Mount Zion, and it's moving east at 25. So now we got to see about the southern part of the line. How far east is this going to get? You know, Wadowie's getting hit pretty good. Carrollton's got some storms moving in there. These don't look too terribly bad, though, but they do have the warnings up for this area. Look at this outflow boundary. Look at these winds showing up very nicely here. See this right here? This is an outflow boundary of some gusty winds out ahead of the main squall line. So it'll be blowing in there, and very common. Again, think of throwing rocks in a pond and you're pushing the air out ahead of it. And that's what we're getting there with some gusty winds that are blowing out ahead of the main squall line. So it's be moving into South Fulton pretty soon. Looks like it's already getting ready to move into where the Braves are playing. The top part of it. It's probably getting pretty windy there at the stadium. See how things are getting, a little breezy there across the northern Cobb County. See if this is picking up any lightning up there in Raven County. Oh, it's starting to get a little rain there in Raven County now. That's a beautiful shot when you can see it during the day, but it's gotten dark now. All right, come on. We can get 2 more subscribers, man. Come on, you can do it. I got faith in you guys. Boy, this line is very choppy. Very, very choppy. I am impressed by the rain field behind it, though. Yeah, that one near Alexander City, that was that one. That's still looking like a pretty good hailer there. I'm surprised that one doesn't have a warning there in northern Tallapoosa County. Let me go back to the East Central Alabama radar there. It's got an outflow boundary here to the south too. Let me see the bill on that one. Yep, you got it. I mean, that's a pretty decent hailer there near Alexander City. That's not bad. That's probably nickel size, maybe dime to nickel size. So he's still getting these hailers from time to time that pop up. Very impressive. Let's check out this camera here, the Cherokee Fire Station, see what they're seeing up there. I like to always check to see if there's any kind of lightning too. I've got a new warning. Where's that one at? Not in Georgia. Where'd it go? Don't see it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Don't see where that one came out. Not in Texas. Oh, there it is. Up there. No, there it is. Up here in.
New information. This severe
Switching
thunderstorm
the Greenville radar.
has
This
been
is up
updated.
here in North Carolina. Again, the Franklin area. This is Macon County in western North Carolina, southeastern Transylvania County, Jackson County, south central Swain County, southeastern Graham. Goes until 10 o'clock. Severe thunderstorm was located 7 miles east of Andrews, moving east at 40. Now, this one had possible tornado on that. I'm not exactly sure. It does say possible tornado. Yeah, I can see why. Yeah, we got some spinning in here. So this is a pretty broad mesocyclone, but there's clearly some spin in here. That's why it said possible tornado. So, but it's very broad. You see the red and green? That's rotation. So we got rotation just south of the Andrews area. So I don't think that'll become tornadic. It looks awfully broad to me as far as circulation, but that's why it said possible tornado. That was coming from the Greenville radar. Let's see what it looks like there in Helen. I see the Helen looks like they're getting some storms. Look, maybe just their east. Shouldn't look too bad there. Updating there. Not looking bad, but there's some big storms there. We're going to come back to that camera here in a little bit. I can promise you that they're going to have some decent hail falling or storms running through there here very shortly. So Helen, if you're anybody watching from Helen, get ready, man. You're getting ready to get hit pretty good. All the chasers have shut down for the night, as they should. Those storm chasers, they've been running themselves ragged this week. Let me switch back. Let me switch back to the radar here. Looks like that hair's peaked on out there. Looks like it has. Wind definitely picking up there at Systems Atlanta there in northern Cobb County. All right, we need 3 more likes. We're at 47 likes. If you're watching right now and you haven't given me a like, if you could, please do that. It helps the YouTube algorithm out a little bit. Also likes the subscribers. You got to feed the beast to maintain your audience. We've been able to hold it pretty well. Looking at my track over here, looking pretty good. But to maintain it, got to get the likes, got to get the subscribes. If you're watching somewhere tonight, let me know where you're watching from. We are simulcasting on the Facebook channel down there in Columbus. I know you guys down there are wondering if it's going to get down your way. I think it's going to stay just to your north. I mean, I think the closest it's going to get here is just to your north of Opelika there. I forget that county right there. Is that Chambers County? It might sneak into Chambers County here, Tallapoosa County here, but I don't think it gets down toward Lee and Russell County. I think it stays to your north tonight. So Columbus will be all right, but y'all get Columbus, the way the models are looking, they're trending, it'll be toward tomorrow. Let me see if the new model data is in real quick while I'm talking real quick. Let me see if this thing should be all the way in. 0Z is just coming in now, so let me see the 23Z, there it goes. So I do want to show you that we're not through with this, guys. I do want to show you this. This is why we're going to watch for tomorrow. We still may have some severe weather, although I think it's marginal. It still might go up tomorrow. I want to show you this real quick. Let's watch this now. This is what we're currently seeing here for tonight, all right? So you notice this stuff stays to the north, right? So this goes in 11 o'clock. Then we get a bit of a break. This moves on out. Then 2 in the morning, we're watching these storms here starting to fire up. Look at this thing starting to fire up here by 6 o'clock in the morning here across Montgomery, coming all the way down toward the Gulf Coast there. And then watch as I take this thing forward. That's 7 o'clock. There's 8. 9 o'clock coming in the morning toward Auburn, and then moving right down the state line at 10 o'clock. And it starts to intensify. Notice by 11 o'clock, we got a pretty good squall line here coming back up here, coming across North Georgia once again with that squall line toward 11 o'clock tomorrow. So that's 11 o'clock, coming right through downtown, right at 12, and then it's coming through. So you got this line here, and then you got another style of showers and thunderstorms back behind it. So we're not done yet, folks. We got more stuff going on tomorrow. I don't think it'll be quite as bad as we were expecting for today, but we'll have to watch it, okay? I don't think the instability of the heat will be quite as bad. All right, we'll clear this out. So I'm waiting on these. We got light. These things really fell apart here coming toward these cameras here. So let's check Cherokee EMA. Not looking too bad there. That's good. About done with my little bowl of chili. I've been taking forever to eat it. I knew one. Where's this one at? Oh, North Carolina. Let's go check this one out. This one is for East Central Nash, Central Edgecombe, and South Central Halifax. Goes till 9:45. Storm is located near Rocky Mount, moving northeast at 30. Hey, we got Christy from Suches watching. How you doing, Suches? Good to see you there, Christy. You guys are getting some storms up that way right now. I mean, really, as we speak, y'all should be getting some pretty good heavy rain and coming through there, such as just to the north of Dahlonega. So, Christy, how's the weather doing there tonight? Got anything to report for us? Let us know how the weather's doing there.
Warning has been issued.
Yeah, but Suches is getting hit pretty good. There's Black Mountain up here. So getting up toward 19, you get some pretty good rains coming into Suches right now.
New information. This severe thunderstorm
Got a
warning
new
has
severe
been
thunderstorm
updated.
warning. Where's this one at? This one is back to Louisiana. I haven't seen one of these in a while. Let's go back to Louisiana here. Got a pretty good thunderstorm here. This is for 60-mile-per-hour winds. This is northeastern Jefferson Davis Parish, southwestern
A new
Evangeline,
severe thunderstorm
northwestern
warning has
Arcadia,
been
and
issued.
west central St. Landry. I know we had someone from Louisiana watching a little while ago. And the storm is located near Elton, moving northeast at 60. These have dumped a tremendous amount of rain. There's a lot of flooding conditions going on there across Louisiana for tonight. And that's going to continue as those storms are not moving all that fast. Let's see how the rainfall totals have been doing up here across North Georgia here so far. I'll take a look at the total rainfalls. This will include the rain that we had earlier today as well. So not bad. I mean, pretty decent. I wasn't expecting too bad with the rainfall here, but there's a 2-inch spot there. So very good rains up here across North Georgia, inch and a half. About an inch here around Dahlonega, looks like. Inch there, inch near Helen. So the heaviest amounts looks like about an inch, inch and a half, but we do have some more rain coming tomorrow. And this is probably needed rain. It's been a little bit on the dry side here across North Georgia for the most part. So some needed rainfall. Barb, we got lots of rain and thunder and lightning in Blairsville, Georgia, so not far from the North Carolina border. Yeah, you guys are getting hit pretty good there. You obviously getting hit pretty well. Again, you see the rain there across Blairsville right through there. There's Blairsville. Again, multiple warnings coming out. They just redid the one on Louisiana. We just did that one. But here's one in Metro Atlanta. So Metro Atlanta is getting in on it now. Just added this in. This is for northwestern DeKalb County, central Cobb County, Douglas County, and central Fulton County. Goes till 10 o'clock. Severe thunderstorm was located along the line extending from Smyrna to Chattahoochee Hills, moving east at 45. Wind gusts to 60 miles per hour. So I'm going to go on a limb here and say that the Braves game, if they're not in delay, they're going to be here any minute. Look at all the stuff that's flared up from the outflow boundary. This happens a lot. You'll get an outflow boundary, you're going to rush on out, and look at this activity just start flaring up as it went by. See it pushing east, and boom, this stuff just kind of filled in real quick
thunderstorm
behind it.
Has been issued.
So we're getting it through Cobb County, Douglas County, and coming into Fulton County right now. No, I think you're done with the worst there at Blairsville, Barb. I think the worst of it's gone by you. There was a little bit of a gap in that line, and everything behind Blairsville right now is just steady rain. So you're okay in Blairsville tonight.
Issued.
Hey, no problem, Mike. Thank you for watching tonight. I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
I appreciate everybody checking us out tonight. Again, before you guys leave, please put that thumbs up if you can. We're at 47 likes. I was hoping to get to 50 tonight. And if we get 2 more subscribers, I would appreciate the heck out of that too. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, let's get that thing up to 6920. That'd be a nice round number to kind of finish off for the night. Yeah, you're good. Well, glad I could give you some good news there, Barb. You're not going to worry about there. You're looking pretty good there. Thank you for watching on Facebook. Again, I will get the North Georgia First Alert Facebook streaming capability after June the 8th. After June the 8th, we'll be able to do the streaming on that page and my main YouTube page here in the future. Definitely will have it available for hurricane season. And thank you for that new subscriber. That's what I'm talking about. Ching, one more to go. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, guys. It's the little things that matter. It's interesting watching that outflow boundary go by and seeing all that thunderstorm, all those new activity flare up. Not a lot of lightning with this, though. I mean, there's a little bit of lightning there, but not a lot of it. Even up here across North Georgia, the lightning trend has been dending downward. So, and thank you for the 20. There you go. We got our 2. Now I can shut up about it. No, I can't. No, you know, I can't stop because once I get a subscriber, I got to ask for more. It's kind of like feeding the beast, and the beast is the YouTube algorithm, by the way. That's the beast. The beast likes because we're almost to 50 now. We're at 49 likes, and the beast likes subscribes. So we got to feed the beast. Let's pull back out here again. We got a new warning here. This is over in North Carolina again. This is oh, that's a pretty impressive little squall line over there. Wow, that looks nice. This is for southeastern Moore, northeastern Scotland, northeastern Richland, and northern Hokie. Goes till 9:45. Storm was about 12 miles southwest of Southern Plains and moving northeast at 30. So they're getting some pretty good storms there in North Carolina tonight. Go ahead and roll that through. Yeah, that kind of flared up there pretty good over there the last little bit. But the main, and that is Debbie Davis. Thank you, Debbie Davis. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you. I see another storm report here in northern Bartow here. Multiple trees down around Rock House Road. So we have to get some stuff there. Let me look up here at the Raven County storm here. See if I can. Oh, that camera went out of focus.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Also seeing some storms flaring up here south of town. We got to watch these. Watch the outflow boundary. Boom. We get that intersecting stuff. And again, this goes back to the analogy I was talking about earlier about dropping rocks in a pond. When you get these outflow boundaries, they head on out. They intersect with any kind of old boundaries that may have been left over from storms we had earlier. And then what will happen is you'll get these storms that'll pulse up just like this. And these can potentially go severe. You got to watch them closely, though, as that might happen. So I'm kind of watching the southern part of this line a little bit. And how far is, and see if we get anything down here toward Troup County or not, or down toward Troup County, and again into Meriwether County. I mean, obviously, we're getting stuff there into Coweta County. That's where this stuff's flaring up. But we got Troup and Meriwether down here. We're going to get anything down that far south or not. We'll have to wait and see. Because some of the models we're back building and trying to bring in some stuff. There's the new warning there. What did I just say? What did I just say? So I love it when I planned that, folks. I just said, you know what? I'm looking at this. This is what an experienced meteorologist can give you outside of a weather entrepreneur. You know, I've done this for a while, and I know what to look for. So this is one of those situations, learning a situation for you guys. So Fayette County, northwestern Meriwether, Coweta County, and southwestern Fulton County goes till 10. Severe thunderstorms, and there's kind of multiple ones
New
here.
information.
Right near Noonan, moving northeast at 15, 60-mile-per-hour winds and nickel-sized hail. So, again, that's what I've just seen that before. When you see these rocks going in, you gotta watch them closely. Sometimes you get stuff that'll pulse up, and that's what we just saw right there. And I planned that. No, I didn't. But I do like it. I do like when I get to use my knowledge and experience, and it shows. That's why I take a little pride in that. I don't have the biggest ego in the world, but I'll take a little pride in that. Let's see what's looking like over into Helen now. Let's see if that's changed much there or not. Get up for updates. Still, I'm surprised it's not pouring there yet. It's getting close. Oh, well, it hasn't quite got there just yet. And Blue Ridge is looking better. Looks like it's just plain and rainy up there in Blue Ridge right now. All right, and we did hit 50 on the like total. Cha-chings. I like even numbers. That's a good deal. So again, we're watching the severe weather coverage here. We're coming up at 9:20 here tonight. The bulk of the severe weather is moving through Metro Atlanta or going through Georgia at this time. That's where the bulk of the warnings are. We have 13 warnings out there, but 7 of them are right here across North Georgia and into the North Carolina. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please do the honor. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button at the lower right-hand corner. And if you can, before you leave on out here, we're averaging about 5.5 minutes per viewer tonight. So before you head on out, just get me a like there. And that's a big plus too. It helps the YouTube algorithm. As we have our generic turnover every 5 minutes, somebody leaves, somebody else has got to come in. So the subscribes and the like buttons are a must to maintain your audience. And it's got some pretty good downpours here coming into Metro Atlanta now. We're getting up near Roswell, back through Marietta. I'm pretty sure we are probably in rain delay at Truist Park at this point. Obviously with the heavy rains and the wind blowing through there right now. And coming all the way down here to south, going to Douglasville. Douglasville gets some pretty good storms. You see these flaring up as well. Coming in toward Chapel Hill. Tyrone, near the Peachtree City radar. You're seeing these multiple modular severe storms popping up here near the Noonan area. This looks like this is pretty good hailer here. South of Oakland. I guarantee if I looked at the Ville on that, it's probably getting some hail starting to pop with that one. Yep, there it is. Nice little hailer there near Stevens Crossroads and Bohemian Crossroads. That's there in Coweta County. So you see the hailers that these have just popped up in the last, 30 minutes. Watch that. Boom. Just kind of pops right up. As that inner outflow boundary kind of crossed some other intersections, some other stuff. Roswell getting some action here. It's not too far from me. I'm right about there. Still think it'll be closer to midnight before I see anything. See some new activity here flaring up toward Forsyth County as well. Let's check out the camera here in Forsyth County School. And a little bit of rain starting to fly up there as well. And seeing the rains up across the extreme North Georgia. So we've had some damaged trees, some minor power outages here and there. Let me see the power outage here in Georgia. When I last checked, it was only showing about 838. So let's see what the power outage is here in North Georgia. See if that's changed much here.
This severe thunderstorm warning
So
has been
right
updated.
now here in the state of Georgia, we are up to 7,000. So when I checked it about an hour and a half ago, it was running about 838. So now it's up to 7,270 customers without power. Alabama's got 29,000. So we're going to have some sporadic power outages here tonight as these storms move off toward the east. Let me turn this back off. Hey Duke, how you doing there?
Severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Memphis, I think y'all are okay tonight. I'll go double check that. I think y'all are pretty much okay. Let me double check here. I don't want to tell you false information, but we'll go look at what's going on there. Yeah, you got some storms. Got some storms over near Jonesboro still. But not looking too bad. North of Memphis, y'all are looking okay. All right, you got this storm over here near Newport and Jonesboro, but you're okay north of Memphis. Looking quiet for right now. All right, you guys can bear with me for 1 second. I got to go to the restroom real quick. I've been sitting here for a couple hours, and I just need to go to the bathroom. So just hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. I promise you I'm not going anywhere. And if you haven't subscribed, how about you hit that subscribe button up there and give me a few more subscribes while I go to the restroom real quick. I'll come back and surprise me. I know, I'm being a little crazy. I'll be right back. Stand by, guys.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
There you go. See, I got one. Thanks, guys.
New information.
I was just
This
joking,
severe
by the way, but that's
thunderstorm
okay.
warning has been
Thank you for
updated.
subscribing. I appreciate that. Oh, these storms here down here near Noonan, they're really starting to pick up. Seeing a little more lightning in here as well, as that intersected crossed a couple boundaries here. Let's look at these storms. They've just flared up in the last 30 minutes. Watch this. Boom. No, and I was not going to pull a naked gun. You go the naked gun when you went to the restroom. If you know the reference, you know the reference. All right. So things are starting to look better. So up here across North Georgia, up here at Lafayette, Dalton, Calhoun, you got a little thunder, a little lightning. You got some steady rains, but nothing severe in here. You're going to have a pretty steady rain here all night. As this convection begins to push off toward the east, and that is John Went. Hey, John, thank you. You are number 6921. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. This stuff will just be a regular plain old rain here for tonight, but this stuff will be pushing eastward. Starting to see some new activity here as this outflow boundaries race to eastward. This is looking potentially severe. We could see some stuff going here for more Forsyth, maybe getting into Forsyth County. So coming down toward Alpharetta, that's a pretty good cell there. Seeing some new stuff coming down. There's the Forsyth County. So yeah, start to see some lightning there. Pick up there. But the outflow boundary is getting awfully close to me. I'm right here, so this my winds are probably going to start picking up here pretty soon where I'm at. But we're starting to see some more activity start to flare up here, even getting up toward Hall County. Got to watch that closely. So we could see some additional warnings up in this area with this activity increasing in here. So that includes Forsyth, parts of Gwinnett County, Hall County. Got to watch that zone right through there.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Oh, man. I tell you, this has been a good night coverage for you guys tonight, and I'm really enjoying it. Thank you for watching. Not a problem, Duke. I'm glad to help you out there, brother. Hey, Dale, thank you. I appreciate watching over there on Facebook. I appreciate that. We're broadcasting on my Columbus, Georgia page down there. I know a lot of you are coming over from the North Georgia page, guys. I put the link over there for you guys to watch the coverage tonight. We will get that capability. June 8th, we will get the capability. We will stream over there and here. The plan will be for both, but we will be getting that here shortly. So until then, I'm glad you guys are subscribing. This is where I put my national discussions and my other stuff on here, little weather features and things. So I do appreciate you guys supporting this YouTube channel here. We're up to 52 likes right now, so if you have not given us a like just yet, please do so at this time. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that as well, as we've been able to maintain our audience pretty well. In fact, we've gone up a little bit by feeding the beast. So continue to... Hey, look, who just called this warning about 10 seconds ago? Here we go. I think I just did. Here we go. So we're looking at southeastern Cherokee, Forsyth County, southeastern Dawson, northwestern Hall, northwestern Fulton goes till 10:15. Severe thunderstorm is located over near Cold Mountain or near Overcoming, moving northeast at 15. 60-mile-per-hour winds and penny-sized hail. And thank you for that new subscriber. Thank you very much. So I was calling this to kind of hit my area by midnight, but that was me not anticipating all of this new activity flaring up with those outflow boundaries. Again, we had storms earlier in the day. That leaves residual outflow boundaries. And then you had that squall line moving in, pushing those rocks in the pond. And when they intersect, you get new thunderstorms, convection to fire up. And that's what we're seeing here, all up around this line here from Gainesville back toward Atlanta. All of this is fired up here in the last 30 minutes or so. This is all flared up in the last few minutes because of the interaction of outflow boundaries from other storms and the main squall line. And that's what we're seeing those storms flaring up for. Got a new warning here. This is further north. They're going up the pike here. So this is up toward Helen in Cleveland. So this is southeastern Lumpkin County, White County, and northeastern Hall County goes till 10:15. Severe thunderstorm was near Sutty or near Cleveland, moving northeast at 15. So we're getting that stuff flaring up in there as well. Let's go look at the Helen camera here, see if that's changed any there, see if that's updated at all. No, they're still not storming there. I don't think they are. Let me do a refresh on them real quick. I want to make sure that camera's updating. It should be, but I just want to double check. No, it is refreshing. That is correct. That's live view. It's just not looking bad there right now. The radar might be fibbing at me a little bit. Displacement from the beam. Just plain old rain there in Blue Ridge, though. It's just steady rain there blowing in Blue Ridge right now. So don't worry about them. They'll continue to have that regular rain. Again, this is all being driven by this frontal system. They continue to trim away the counties. So the watch counties have been trimming away. They may put out some additional counties out ahead of that main squall line. They haven't done so yet. But if they do, that should populate it on this map. Let me clear this out real quick. I left something up there. There it goes. So you see all these watch counties in here behind the system, but they don't have it up out ahead of there. So there may be a new watch box that'll come out ahead of here soon. So we're talking about this area up in here. But you see the rain going all the way back over to Mississippi, and you still got the storms back over here. It's going to be tomorrow before this thing finally clears on out. See what our storm report's up to. Oh, wow, up to 338 now. I knew it was going to be busier today. We got 193 wind reports, 145 hail reports, no tornadoes, which we were kind of anticipating. We knew it was going to be a low tornado threat day today. It was only running about 5%. So far, so good there. But pretty good line. You got the severe thunderstorm warnings all the way from North Carolina all the way back down here through metro Atlanta and coming down near the LaGrange area. Now we're starting to get these storms that were flaring up near Tallahassee. Yeah, look at these. These just fired up in the last few minutes. Look at this. This is another outflow boundary intersection. Boom, right there. This could go severe near Chambers County. So you folks there on Facebook or in that east central Alabama area could see some of this coming. I don't think it's going to get far south to Opelika and to Columbus. I don't believe it will, but we'll watch it very closely, see how far south that'll go. But the storm feeds continue there to the north. So all the convectives down here to the south, right through Peachtree City. Some pretty good hailers through there. Let me look at the Ville on this, see where the hailers are falling. There's our hailers there. There's our new hailers that are flying up near Chambers County. and going through Coweta County in southern Fulton, just south of Fulton County there. And you got a pretty good hailer here south of Dahlonega. Right there at 19 and near Big Oak, so just to the north of there. So this is one of the cameras up here, the golf course. Oh, we actually see the lightning there. And we just went over 500 views here tonight. So again, thank you everybody for checking out the broadcast. And oh, what a surge in likes. Way to go, guys. We just went up to 58 on the like count. Outstanding. Thanks, guys. That really does help. Starting to hear a little thunder out my place now. Just heard a little rumble there. Very calm night in Pennsylvania. Well, good. I'm glad you got a calm night there, Nate. I appreciate the watching, though. Thank you for staying with us. I know my Irish lady and my Scottish lady have all turned in for the night. They watch from Ireland and Scotland very regularly. I got to eat my fruit or my wife will kill me. Yeah, it's Barry AM over there. It's over Rockdale County, yep. I thought we'd start seeing some of that lightning from over that way. So you see some of that lightning out on the horizon there. So I want to get that going here. Yeah, definitely rain delay at the Truist Park right now.
A new flash flood warning has been
And thank you
issued.
for any subscriber. Thank you. Appreciate it. New warning. Where's this one at? Oh, South Carolina. All right, let's go check this one out. I'm telling that line. That's a very thin one. Northwestern Darlington County, and it goes till 10:15. Storm was located near Hartsville, moving northeast at 15. That's not too bad. But you clearly see where the bulk of the activity is. It is us here in Georgia. We're getting the bulk of the heavy stuff tonight. So I would just almost hit 60. Yeah, so keep hitting that like button. Keep hitting that subscribe button. If you're watching somewhere, go ahead and introduce yourself. As you can see, I've been using the Chat Ninja here a lot. It's a nice little program. Like when Nate's commenting, I can pull up y'all's comments and talk to y'all one-on-one. One of the advantages I think I have over the big channels is the fact that I can give y'all dedicated service and be able to talk to you guys. Whereas, you know, some of the big channels, it's like you got tens of thousands of people on there and all going by super fast. And the only way they even respond to your chat is if you give them like a $20 donation on the super chat or something like that. We're a smaller channel, so I can manage something like this. Hey, Barb, you have a great night. Thank you for watching. Again, you're looking good there in Blairsville. Just good sleeping weather tonight. I think y'all just going to look at a steady rain up there. Okay? Have a good night. We'll see you next time. These are pretty decent storms down here. We're going to watch this down here. A little velocity on this one real quick. No, look at some decent winds, but not bad. Well, that's a pretty good hailer. Look at the purple showing up on there. Yep, got some hail right near Mullen, south of Noonan. This hailer has not been kind of going over Oakland, going over the same area here a couple times. I was seeing some of the hail out there earlier on some of the stuff. So one of the things next thing I got to get done. Hey, Whiskey Girl's watching. Hey, good girl from Florida down in Panama City. How you doing? Good to see you tonight. You guys get on the rain and thunderstorm action tomorrow, I think. Told my mom they'd get rain tomorrow. Probably not a good idea to eat carrots. They make too much noise. I'll stick to the strawberries. Yeah, good old steady rain. Now, you guys in Columbus, Opelika, Auburn, you got a nice little gust front coming through here. So, here in Lee County, you're going to see some very gusty winds coming through the Auburn campus here, probably in the next 10, 15 minutes. Nice folks watching over on Facebook there out of the Columbus market. Again, I appreciate everybody coming over here on the YouTube channel, on my Weather Nerds YouTube channel. I know a lot of y'all came over from the North Georgia First Alert weather page because I put the link over there for you guys to watch. Come over, and I appreciate you guys watching us tonight.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Oh, you're in Central Florida. Why did I think you were in Panama City for some reason? I'm sorry. My apologies. Got a new warning. Where's that one at? Oh, down there, Texas. Still got some stuff hanging out down there in Texas. That's a pretty good hailer there. That's definitely got two of them down there. $50 size hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. That's in Kinney, Uvalde, and Zavala. Goes till 9:15. And the storm is moving southeast at 20. Still watching that stuff over near Texas. What do we got here? I saw something come up here. Looks like they're extending the watch box here. I just saw them. It looks like they've extended the watch here. What counties did they add here? Hold on. So looks like they're adding some counties here.
New information. This
All right,
flash
looks like
flood
they're
warning has
adding
been
Barrow, Fayette, Fulton, Gwinnett, Henry, Newton, Rockdale, Walton, Banks. They're adding some additional counties near to the Walton. Thank you for that new subscriber, by the way. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Looks like they've added a few more counties here. Let me go back to the wider perspective here. And they've added a few. It hasn't plotted just yet, but they're going to plot. There's a few more watches that they've added this right now. I was wondering if they're going to add some more counties to it. I thought they might. Yeah, you guys have been kind of dry down in Florida. That's for sure. All right. We're up to 61 likes now and averaging 6 minutes on the viewership. We went over 500 views for tonight. We're at 528. I appreciate that tonight. We have added some 30 new subscribers tonight. So this is what we qualify on a small channel like ours as a successful broadcast. So thank you. Thanks everybody for helping us grow the channel tonight. We go up here to the Raven County camera, see if this has gotten looking a little better or not. Oh, definitely. It's raining. It's coming down, but the camera's out of
A
focus.
new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
That's the one down in Texas. It's got a little bit of a stronger delay there tonight. Typically, my alert system and Radar Mega, there's usually a delay of about 10 or 15 seconds or so, but it seems a little bit longer. And thank you there. That's what I'm talking about. Nice round number, 6925. We'll get to 7,000. Not going to get 7,000 tonight, but we're going to get there eventually. Hopefully pretty soon. But the good news is, once this goes by tonight, we got some more stuff tomorrow. We'll play it by ear. We're going to do a broadcast tomorrow, and I don't know if it's going to be necessary tomorrow.
New information.
But we'll see how
this
that works
severe
out.
Thunderstorm warning has been updated.
All right, let's see what's when they updated. Was it this one? Yeah, that's the one. I think they just issued this one here. Nope, that's the old one. They have not changed that one. So I was just checking to see if they updated. So, but we're going to have cooler temperatures across Georgia. We're going to have cooler weather, drier weather. Sunday's looking pretty good. And then we're going to see, then we got a Raven Kiefer. Hey, Raven, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for coming on by. You are officially 6925. Thank you. Yeah, well, there's still a marginal risk out there, but I don't think it's going to be anything too bad. Again, you see that update right behind me. The yellow areas there across the mid-Atlantic, they're going to have the best chance for severe weather for tomorrow. But as far as Georgia is concerned, it's marginal, and I think it's borderline. It really is. But nothing like we're seeing tonight, that's for sure. Seeing the rain there in Forsyth. The wind, I'm just checking the trees out in the winds here a little bit. Golf course gotten dark. Still some lightning though. Caught that right when I bumped off there. Rainy night in Georgia. Yeah, a lot of people are marginal for tomorrow. Again, the marginal risk is pretty much everybody here. So again, I kind of show you the wider perspective here. So there's all of just about the entire state of Georgia is under a marginal risk for tomorrow. That's all that green down in here. So you see that here's Georgia right here. So pretty much the whole state of Georgia is under marginal for tomorrow.
This severe
The slight risk is
thunderstorm
up to the
warning has
north,
been
but we'll see if
updated.
that changes, if they update that tomorrow morning or not. Oh, they just updated the day one. Oh, they just updated this. So I mean, quite literally just updated. Just updated. This goes till tomorrow morning. So let me go ahead and show you this. This literally, I just saw it change right literally as I was pressing on it. So this just changed. Hold on one second. Let me get it back up. Hold on one second. Get it right there. There we go. So the enhanced area is now gone. So you see they've gone in with a slight risk here. So this is what we're seeing right now. This goes until, again, the way these things work, if you don't know, when you look at the outlook for day one, day two, it goes from 7 o'clock in the morning to 7 o'clock the next morning. So it goes overnight. So even though it might say Thursday, that includes Thursday night, or like tonight it'd be like Friday night into Saturday morning. So it goes a 24-hour to 24-hour period. So they've cut back on the enhanced area. It looks like we're just looking at that. And let's see if they've updated the categorical stuff. Obviously, there's no tornado threat with this. The wind threat, that's diminished now. Obviously, looking at 15% there. And we've definitely been seeing hail out there. They're going to keep that area brown. So this quite literally just got updated here by the Storm Prediction Center here for tonight. So that's looking a little bit better. But still looking at an impressive line that is kind of flared up here because of the outflow boundary from the earlier stuff, stretching from northeast Georgia, coming all the way down here through metro Atlanta, going right through here. There's the new warning. Just as we were highlighting it. It's getting awfully close to me now, not too far away. So let's talk about the new warnings here coming in across DeKalb County, northeastern Fayette County, central Gwinnett County, northwestern Henry County, Clayton County, and southeastern Fulton County. Goes till 10:30.
A new severe
thunderstorm is located along a line extended from Berkeley Lake to near Union City, moving east at 25 miles per hour. So that's a big line there. Again, there's some gusty winds in here. These storms are kind of moving up from the southwest to northeast. So, I mean, from a radar perspective, it doesn't look that impressive, but you know, you got to watch it. And thank you for that new subscriber, by the way, up to 26. We got to get 74 more to get to 7,000. That'd be a nice one. Nice run there. We got 63 likes here for today. Again, so if you haven't subscribed to the channel, again, keep that going. Every time we get a subscribe, every time we get a like, the viewership goes up. And we continue to watch this activity going through Georgia. Again, you guys up across northwest Georgia, you're just looking at steady, plain old nice, steady rain here for tonight. I'm not expecting you to go severe tonight. But we're on this boundary from basically from Lumpkin County all the way back down here toward Coweta County. All right in here is going to see this rough weather, gusty winds, a little lightning, probably a little hail in there too. Let's see the Rockdale. Earlier I was looking at the camera. This camera looks to the west. Oh, come on. There it is. And we were seeing some lightning out here earlier. I just want to see if we're still seeing the lightning out there or not. Not seeing anything out there. Yep, there it goes. There's, see, some of that lightning. Yeah, see that out there on the horizon. So that camera's looking at this storm is out here. So that's where we're seeing the lightning from those storms there. And it should get pretty windy out I'm right here. And you see this outflow boundary is going to come right through where I'm at. I'm right there where that hand is right there. And that outflow boundary is going to come right through my area. So it's probably going to get a little windy outside my door here just any second here as that wind is racing out ahead of that activity there. Hey, Raven, you're up there in Cherokee. How you doing? Yeah, you guys are getting hit pretty good up there. Probably intense lightning and loud boomers rattling the big building I'm in. I don't doubt that for a second, Raven. And thank you for being a new subscriber. I saw you came on board here. Yeah, up there in Cherokee. It should be looking better up there now. Let me switch over to the Greenville radar here. Yeah, looking a lot better up there, up that way now. Seeing there's Cherokee up there. Whoop, there's Cherokee right there. You're just on the edge of that warning box, but still some lightning down to your south. So you're still getting hit pretty good up there across western North Carolina tonight. Thank you for watching. Hurricane season. My opinion on hurricane season, well, I think it'll be a little bit above average. I'm still looking at different things. I know there's been some official forecasts out there. I don't think it's going to be one of those record-breaking ones we're looking at. We're kind of in a neutral phase. Not really El Nino, not La Nina. It's kind of in between. So we'll see how it works, how it plays out. I saw somebody's forecast out there was basically thinking not as much stuff will be forming a little bit closer to the States. So we'll see how it works out. Thank you for that new subscriber, by the way. Thank you. 6927. And we're at 65 likes. It's going to get real windy with that camera's at too here real soon. But it's getting some pretty heavy reaction down here south here. Moreland, Peachtree City, Tyrone, Fayetteville getting in on the action here. I know we had someone watching from Fayetteville earlier. Based on what we looked at earlier, it wasn't looking it was going to be that impressive, but it's definitely worked its way in there now. I thought it would be a little bit later than what it was. Oh, do you ever sleep, girl? Do you ever go to sleep? What is it, like 2 in the morning there in Ireland? She's back. Well, you look at our total there, just so you know. Our visitor from Ireland who watches us regularly. We've had a nice broadcast tonight. We've added, since we came back on, we've added 33 new subscribers to the channel. So very nice, a nice growth for us here tonight. Yeah, we got it over there. So now we just got to count it down to when we're going to get to 7,000. That's our next big. That's a big milestone there. Is Riverdale safe to sleep? I think so. I mean, you're going to get some thunderstorms in the area there. I think Riverdale will be okay. But I think you'll be all right. Again, none of this stuff's really knocking my socks off. Just gusty winds might knock your power out a little bit. And we're not talking about anything tornadic. So to me, it's a good thunderstorm, good sleeping weather. Might get some gusty winds. The best thing I'm telling folks out there, if you're not ahead of these storms, is just making sure you secure your property. That's the big thing. Just make sure your property's secure. I already got my umbrella down. Everything's looking good. We're ready to go. And a little thunder outside still a little bit here. Rumbling in the distance. Seeing the rain there in Forsyth County still. But yeah, this to me is good sleeping weather. That's what I would equate this to. I'll be honest with you, from the radar representation, I'm surprised some of this has got severe on it. Like none of the stuff here to me looks severe. This maybe, the stuff down here on the south looks severe, but from a strictly just radar interpretation of it, I don't see it looking all that bad. I mean, the most intense stuff on radar is this stuff down here. Hogansville down to Peachtree City, Riverdale. Obviously, you're watching there in Riverdale, so there's the storms coming on through. You got severe thunderstorm. You're okay. You might get a little lightning. There's not even a lot of lightning showing up on here. Just some heavy rains, maybe a little bit of gusty wind, but she'll be okay in Riverdale. Again, my intent when I'm a channel is to inform, educate, have a little fun, give you guys a little perspective on things, and to not scare the pants out of you. I don't believe in that. I really hate that. There's some channels out there that do it. Not a big fan of it. They've had a lot of success because of it, and I'm not willing to trade in my experience as a meteorologist to get growth. I mean, I have to play the game with the YouTube algorithm. It ain't by choice. If I had a choice, I wouldn't do it at all. I wouldn't even ask for it. But I have to because the YouTube algorithm works that way. You have to get clicks, subscribes, and comments. And those who watch the channel regularly know that's what we have to do to maintain our audience. And when we lose our audience, it kind of takes the fun out of doing the broadcast. So that's why I always ask you guys to do those things.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Got a new warning that came out. Where's this one at? Down here near Houston. They got another one down here. So we're not done here along the Gulf Coast. Here in there, Port Arthur. This is for Central Jefferson and Southwestern Orange. Goes till 9:30. Storm is 7 miles northeast of Hampshire, moving east at 35. They're still getting it down there in Texas too tonight. So we're having a pretty good broadcast tonight. Georgia was definitely front and center here, as we knew it was going to be, and doing all right. Right now, Jacqueline says it's pretty bad in Cleveland right now. So Cleveland's getting hit pretty good. I don't know. Cleveland looks like that may have been an old message. I just saw it on my phone. There's Cleveland right there. Yeah, it's the pretty good hail there to south of there. Yeah, Cleveland had one coming through. There it is. Cleveland will be getting better here pretty soon. There is that Jack Lynn watching again. To kind of watch out for that. They should be getting a little bit better there. But Cleveland, Yana going up there off of 129.
This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
So that's clipping out there. Let's see what Helen looks like there. Looks like they should be getting a lot of heavy rain and stuff there. Yeah, it's getting a little wet there now. It's raining there now. Getting a little stormy there in Helen at 65 degrees. And thank you for that new subscriber, by the way. Thank you very much. I just saw that. Let me get back over there. I got to add my counter to my live shots. I don't have them on there just yet. But thank you for subscribing. Check the SPC here real quick. 65.34. Oh, this is Diet Dr. Pepper. This is Diet Dr. Pepper 0.0. That's my drink of champions. My wife and I are staying away from the adult beverages for a little while, so. Got a new warning. I got this one at. Let's pull it back up. I'm back in Louisiana. Yeah, they're going to get these sporadic warnings, I think, throughout the night. This is not uncommon. This is for West Valencia, Central Point Coupe, southwestern East Valencia, and southwestern Wilkinson. Goes till 9:45. The storm was near Fort Adams to Melville, moving northeast at 30. So what happens at night, you lose that daytime heating. You still have enough instability out there, especially when you get deeper, obviously, into the warmer spring and into the summer months. But what sometimes will happen, just like I told you about the outflow boundaries from old thunderstorms and stuff as they move, they can flare up new thunderstorms that can pulse up severe for short amounts of time, and then they die down. So that's what we're kind of seeing across the southeast, because we had a lot of activity out there throughout the day. So Georgia's looking a little bit better here right now.
A new severe thunderstorm warning.
Not sure how much further east this is going to get tonight. Oh, are you tracking on your phone? I don't know how much I like those app phones very much. Yes, I am broadcasting live on Facebook over on my Columbus channel. Now, Whiskey Girl, I do have, it's called North Georgia First Alert Weather on Facebook. If you want to follow me over there on the North Georgia side, that's where we're going to be doing all of my hurricane coverage as well as over here. So we'll do it both places. But if you want to interact on Facebook, you can do it there as well. The North Georgia First Alert Weather page was my business page. I got an LLC license and everything for it. Unfortunately, because I'm an idiot and allow a scammer to get into that page, I lost my original page. Facebook restricted it, and it's been down since March 18th. So I had to relaunch a new page about 3.5 weeks ago. We're about 6,500 followers on it now, but I'm basically having to rebuild it from scratch. We were on the cusp of getting sponsors and advertisers and things to start doing some things, but that's kind of on hold right now. So what I'm trying to do is try to get that page back up. Now, what that's going to allow me to do for you folks here on YouTube, if I'm able to do what I want to do with the North Georgia First Alert Weather Center, is I'm going to be able to make the upgrades that I want to do with weather equipment and different things that I want to do to improve the overall quality of the product. So it'll get better in time, but I'm having to do this reset right now. I tell you, it was a gut punch, man. I tell you, and Facebook is completely, they've got a monopoly and they will not help you. And that's why I will tell you right now, when it comes to Facebook advertising, when I do get my channel back to where it is, and I've got 100,000 people on that page, everything else, I will not allow them to want to run any kind of advertising on my page. I don't care if they want to pay me for it. I'll be okay with my subscriber service. I'm okay with stars. I'm okay for anything else like that, but I will not. If they call me and ask me, hey, we like to advertise on your channel, I'm gonna tell them to pound sand, because when I needed help the most, they did not help me, and I will not do it. I don't care how much money they want to give me. I will run my traditional advertising through other sources here across North Georgia, and everybody to come support my channel that way, through donations, Patreon, or other stuff. I will not take a dime from Facebook, because they really irked me, if you can't tell. And we just hit 600 views tonight, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's amazing. I'm getting excited about 600 views. The big channel, you flip them over, and they got 32,000 people watching at one time. But yeah, I like doing the local stuff. I tell you, I got the idea to go local from a weather conference I attended back in December over in Lawrenceburg, over in Tennessee. And I decided to go local at that time because I was having a hard time with YouTube. I was kind of losing this channel as far as trying to compete with the big boys, and I just wasn't getting much traction there. I did initially, but it changed, and it's gotten very saturated out there, especially during severe weather season. You got Storm Chaser streaming, you got the local channel streaming, you got the other people out there streaming. So it's becoming very, very difficult. What I did identify is that Atlanta, our local TV stations here, do a poor job, especially on Facebook, for coverage of North Georgia. So I decided, hey, there's an opportunity, and I'm going to grab it. I'm going to go right for it. And as a result of that, I've gotten 4 different radio stations, 2 internet, 2 regular, that I've been able to add on here. And we've got some momentum coming. So anybody who watches this channel on that and on the Weather Nerds channel, I just want to take y'all along for the ride. You know, I'm 55 years old. I'm retired military. I did my 30 years, did my time, did 6 tours overseas, and now I get to do what I love. My civilian career and my TV career were never really very compatible, unfortunately. So I'm just glad that the technology has gotten to the point now to where I can do this and do it in a professional manner and be just as productive as anything you see on TV. Now, they may have the bigger boxes, and I've worked with those weather systems, trust me, and they make it look a little flashier. But as far as capability, no, we're not that far off, really. Not that far off at all. Let's go back here and check out, kind of watching this stuff down here in the south. This stuff's really sitting, not moving all that much. I'm a little worried about this stuff training. It's starting to, seeing the rain here, starting to go what we call training. It's moving over the same ground, not really pushing off toward the east that much. I'm going to look at the rainfall total on this real quick. I want to see what the rains are doing. I was just noticing it was not moving all that much. Yeah, that's starting to get a little heavy rain there in the south. This is fed up pretty quickly. I mean, we're talking about 1.5 inches of rain in like just over an hour. That's a lot of rain. That'll cause some localized flooding. Now, we've been pretty dry here across North Georgia. We can handle it. We can handle it pretty decently. So, hey, Hazy Moody. Hi, I found you. Good to see you there, Hazy. We're the North Georgia First Alert. Oh, you found me over there. Oh, there you are. I see you. Yeah, you found me over there. I see you got a different name. I see. Found me on Facebook. Hey, appreciate you. That is my Columbus, Georgia channel. Make sure you go to the North Georgia First Alert to like it over there too. It's North Georgia First Alert Weather. There's a couple other ones out there, but no North Georgia First Alert Weather. Don't put First Alert Weather because you get that Atlanta TV station. That's actually the one I used to work at. But North Georgia First Alert Weather. You can go there and like that page. And thank you for that new subscriber, by the way. I appreciate that. Saw that hit go up to 29. 71 more to go to 7,000. Yeah, I thought that was funny too, Steve. Yeah, I know. I figured it was you. I saw your picture. I saw you, the whiskey girl. I love your names, though, by the way. I try to go on as much as I can on here. It's picking my battles on what I do. Like I said, the big thing I learned today is it's okay to, even if it's not that bad, it's okay to come on earlier before the bigger channel's on, because you get opportunities to add new folks. And then obviously using the local numbers to kind of push as well. So, I may not be on for every single one of them. I try to be on as many of them as I can, as many as my wife will allow me to do it. Remember, I got a wife and family to take care of too. I don't have 4 or 5 people. Ryan Hall, he's now a corporation. He's got 5 or 6 people that work for him now. There's that wind that blowing through my ear. I just hear the wind outside. It's starting to rain outside. Yep, heavy rain just moved over my house. Boom, and just flared up when that wind blew through. I hear my doggy door blowing out the back door, so we got some heavy rain here falling through my area now. Boom. So I'm just one person. Now I do have Steve. This is Athens 4B guy. This is Steve. This is my buddy Steve right here. Say hello to Steve. You can consider him our technical support here for the Weather Nerds YouTube channel, as well as the North Georgia First Alert Weather Center. He's helped us out with our alert system here. So he helps in his free time. We used to work together back in the day. So, and hopefully I want to bring in additional meteorologists. I do want to start doing some tag teaming, especially during hurricane season. I'd love to see if I get one of my old retired weather buddies to come on board and tag team during some of the bigger events. So that one I went to in December, it'll probably be December again. It'll be up there. But that's usually on special invites, so they don't do that for everybody. I got lucky to go to the one last year. A buddy of mine invited me to come. And but the Southeastern Weather Conference, there's another one I know they have every year that has that one, I believe. This was a digital weather conference. And then there's the National Weather Association, who I'm a member of as well. They're going to have their convention in September, I believe. It's going to be up in Huntsville, and I hope to go attend that. Yeah, it got very stormy here. That loud flow boundary went through, and boom, we got some stuff that just flared up here. Look at that, bam. But it's dumping pretty good outside my house right now. Oh, thank you, Raven. I appreciate that. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate that very much. Again, if you want weather coverage that's not going to go over the top, not scare the bejesus out of you, keep you weather informed, let you know what's going on, answer your questions on a one-on-one basis, then hey, I'm your guy. I'm your guy. Now, if you want to get scared to death and have every storm, gotta watch this. This is the end. Oh my God! Ah! Don't. I'm not your guy. I don't like doing that. I know we got to do a certain degree of that with our thumbnails, especially on YouTube. I understand you gotta tease somebody in, but once you tease somebody in, don't scare the damn bejesus out of them. It's just crazy. Yeah, Penny. Yeah, it's very windy here at Flowery Branch, right down the road from me. I heard the wind here in Brazelton. It definitely picked up quite a bit here. Absolutely. And Raven's seeing some of that sideways rain. Yep, that outflow about it. You see it so clearly, showing very nicely here on the radar from the Peachtree City radar. You see that coming right through here. Here's that outflow boundary. And there's those storms in Columbus. I was wondering if it was going to make it that far south. It did. Look at that. Boom, right there. Got to get some rains down in Columbus. You guys watching down down there on the Facebook side. We did get some rain there coming in through portions of Lee County and into Muskogee County. So the high resolution model was hinting at, it was putting it up here into Harris County. But yeah, we did get some rain there in Columbus. Look at that. Did flare up. I don't think it's going to go severe. I don't think it will, but it doesn't appear to be. But you did get some rains to pop there a little early. Yes, Tyler's telling everybody, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, anybody. Hit that subscribe button, give us a like. We're up to 71 likes tonight. We're averaging 6.5 minutes on the broadcast. I know it's starting to get late. It's about 10 o'clock at night here. And we're down to this one warning now here across the area. So if this warning gets allowed to expire, we might settle down here for the night. But we're going to stay on here for a little bit longer. Again, if you have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. You know what I said earlier? I love my nice round number, so I need one more subscriber. If you have not subscribed and you thought about it, hit that subscribe button. Let's get up to 6930, and maybe my little alert thing will let me go off, and I can thank you personally. But very successful broadcast here tonight. We've been on for almost 3 hours, 2 hours and 50 minutes. And we've had 630 views. We've added 37 new subscribers. So for our little small broadcast, that is a successful broadcast, and a big thank you. I get all that stuff back here. Looks like our warning count's down to 6, so things are starting to settle down a little bit. That's good news here. I just hope we got a nice steady rain here across North Georgia, because I love sleeping in the rain. I love hearing it rain outside. Feels pretty good. How often am I on? Well, I'm on as often as it's required. Now, I do daily weather reports on the YouTube channel. I try to do a weather daily, Monday through Saturday. I typically don't do them on Sunday. On the North Georgia side, and there we go. We hit that nice round number. Thank you very much. Whoever just hit that subscribe button, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I do try to do a daily, Monday through Friday. But as far as the live broadcasts on, it really kind of depends on the nature of what's going on. I will promise you this much. Any landfalling hurricane getting near us, I will be on for that, absolutely. I'll be doing live updates on those like I did last year. It'll be using the same format. I might change the background image here a little bit. My daughter, who's an artist, if she's going to be moving back home for her for a little while, I'll have her there. There is our number. That is Randy Ayers. Randy, I get to say thank you. You became 6930. So thank you very much, Randy. It doesn't always alert me to those round numbers, but thank you very much. So I might change this background where maybe it doesn't say breaking news. I might say, like, hurricane headquarters or something like that. Maybe something with a kind of a hurricane framing for this background color. But we'll change it up a little bit. But the dynamics or how this is all set up will be the same. Now we'll add some different ones in there. Whiskey Girl has become a member. Well, thank you, Whiskey. How you doing? There's a thank you very much. Thank you for becoming a Brick Tamlin level there on the YouTube channel. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Got a handful of you guys out there. But we'll update this thing up to make sure it's ready to go for the upcoming hurricane season. I obviously got to put in the National Hurricane Center stuff, water temperatures, a couple other little maps I need to add here and build out here. But we've had a pretty good broadcast. So let's see, this morning here has got another 21 minutes on it. So, all right. So what we're going to do, we're going to stay on here till 10:30. We're going to stay on till 10:30. We're not going anywhere at that point. We'll stay on this morning here. Kind of watching this stuff going here through Atlanta. Again, we'll kind of rehashing what's going up here. Across North Georgia, just a plain old nice Rome, Calhoun, Dalton, over here to Lafayette. I want to say Lafayette, that's Alabama. Just plain old good sleeping weather. Got a little bit of a gap. Got some thunderstorms up in here, Rabun County. Looks like Helen's getting a bit of a break. But you got some more storms here coming to the south. Got some more storms here through Gainesville coming on through. Commerce may get some stuff a little bit later. Athens may get some stuff a little bit later, especially with this outflow boundary racing off to the east. So just plain old sleeping weather here. Good coming through southern Atlanta, Riverdale, Forest Park, Stonecrest, Redden, Snellville. Probably get some rain here tonight. So we've got this one big long warning going through here. And then you folks down in Columbus, y'all had to get on the rain action. You get a little rain here coming out here through Smith Station and up through Highland Park down toward Columbus, getting some rains just north of there. Maybe you get a little bit of rain there at the airport too. But the main rain threat will be coming in for tomorrow. I do want to see if I got an update here. I may have my 0Z there is in now. And it is in. All right, so that's the 0Z. This means I could take you all the way through the model run here. So let's take you through this. I want to show you the rain that we're going to see here progressing through tomorrow. And then we'll see things begin to improve. So we'll look at your model data here. Let me back this up to 11 o'clock, which is right about now, 10 o'clock. So this is what we're seeing. We got to watch this squall line. So we got this another line coming in. This is 9 o'clock. Notice we got this coming into Atlanta here at 11 o'clock. So we got two different lines to watch tomorrow. We got this initial line coming on through here. And then we got this another batch here back to the west, all right? So as we get some daytime heating, that's going to heat up a little bit. We're going to get a little more stuff. There's a marginal risk for severe weather. This comes on through. This pulses up about 1 o'clock right through downtown Atlanta. Then we got this next line. Look at that thing flare up again. So this is where I'm thinking we might see some more severe weather. This looks a little robust here on the latest high-resolution model here. So this is at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon during prime afternoon heating. All right, so this moves on to the east, and we got a pretty good squall line here coming in at 6, 7 o'clock tomorrow. So we're not done yet, folks. We might get a few isolated severe with this as this comes through tomorrow. But once this goes on by, that should be about it. That's the last one coming on through. There may be some scattered showers in the early morning on Sunday. I think that's about it. We got little showers here coming on the back side of this a little bit on Sunday. That's about it. It's going to be much cooler, 70s and 50s behind this thing, especially across North Georgia for tomorrow. So, but tomorrow we're not done. So it looks like the rain finally clears Georgia. Back this up again. Tomorrow evening around the same time should be clearing on out. So we got another round of rain coming through tomorrow. 2 different rounds as it looks right now looking at the model data. So we got another few more minutes here. No problem, Raven. Thank you very much. Just take a look there. Yeah, we had a very successful day. I'm very, very happy on the number of subscribers we had to the channel. A lot of growth here. Actually, the North Georgia First Alert has also picked up some traffic today. Pretty good. Give you an idea what we did over there today.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Yeah, somebody was saying there was a tornado in Gainesville today, but I don't know. I couldn't tell from that. But there was no official warning on it. There was something small that spun up. It was probably pretty weak. So so far today, I know Michael had mentioned that earlier, and thank you for that new subscriber, by the way. We were at, let's see, this morning we were at we were at 6307, and we're at 65309. So we had about 230 new followers here on the Facebook page today. So not bad. I keep a $10 buy right now on the YouTube channel for advertising. That's to push it along, and whenever we get any kind of active weather, I might do a little advertised buy to focus it. The goal for the channel, I'll be very clear on this. Facebook is to get to 100,000 followers by the end of the year, despite the setback. I am hoping, crossing fingers, that YouTube gives me back, or Facebook gives me back my original page, and I can merge the subscribers together, and we'll get those back. So I'm not starting from ground zero, but I'm trying to get to 100,000 by the year. YouTube channel, my goal for YouTube is to get it to 10,000 by the end of the year. So by the end of the year, I want to have 100,000 on Facebook, and I want to have 10,000 on YouTube. And now I do have a North Georgia First Alert YouTube channel, but that I'm not really putting a whole lot of effort on. That's been kind of slowly kind of coming up on its own. I think we're at like 108 subscribers on that. That's for the daily forecast. Again, remember, there's 2 different audiences when it comes to social media. Facebook is highly female, 70-30, and it's 70-30 men on the other side. So I've got to try to make sure I get a balance and work toward both of them. All right, so we got another 16 minutes on this one. Let's check this camera here. Let's see what this Rockdale camera's looking like there. See if they're getting a lot more lightning there off to the west. Yep. Oh, yeah. There you go. Still seeing that lightning and that thunder there, those storms there, just up to the east, west of Rockdale County there. So we're still getting some pretty good action there with these storms coming through Forest Park and Stonecrest. So we're coming right over the radar right now. The radar's down here. This is that other radar. I think that's, I don't know whose radar that even is. It's there. I mean, it's somebody's radar, but I'm not sure who that belongs to. And then there's actually another one up in Gwinnett County too. But that's somebody's radar, but not the official National Weather Service radar. This is the National Weather Service radar here. So coming through Stockbridge, getting some pretty good downpours right now, some rains. This is expected for tonight. And like I said, looks like we got 2 rounds to watch for tomorrow. But I think they're going to let this warning expire, and I think that's going to do it. But I'm going to stay on here till the end of that warning. Not going to go anywhere. Benjamin, show, how you doing? Good to see you back here. Yeah, we had a good broadcast day today. I need to update my crawl. I'm sorry I didn't update that crawl. The crawl is from the earlier update. We did update the crawl. They just updated that from earlier today. So, but we'll just let it go for now. But pretty good outflow boundary. Still racing to the south here. Boy, you can see it so nicely tonight. Very, very clear. And we're getting some more storms here flying across Meriwether County. And storms going up to Harris County. So you folks down here in Columbus watching on Facebook, if you're watching over there, getting a little rain. Not seeing any lightning with this. I saw one little flash there. But getting up toward Hamilton, Waverly Hall, going to get some rain in here real soon. See this rain kind of pushing up to the east. We got this new activity here at Meriwether County. It fired up going through Greenville and Woodbury. So seeing that pass on through, boom, there's another one flaring up again. But not quite severe.
A new flash flood warning has been issued.
That's over in Alabama. See where that's flooded here. Let me look at the watch warning here. So hearing the thunder outside my door. So there's all the watches boxes have all cleared up, except for there across Georgia. And still across South Texas. And thank you for the new subscriber, by the way. Thank you. So that's all we got left as far as the watches. Georgia and Texas right now. So we're down to just 3 warnings here for tonight. We're just going to wait and see what happens with this last one. I got 13 minutes. I don't think they're going to extend that out. There's still some hefty thunderstorms out there. And you still could see one roll in. Thank you for that new subscriber, by the way. Thank you, 6934. You can still, even though this stuff's going to be settling down, because of the, like I said, that whole rocks in the paw analogy I was telling you earlier, you still might get an occasional one that might pulse up. You couldn't rule it out here for tonight. Kind of keep in mind we still got that slight risk going into Carolina that goes into the mornings for tomorrow. So just keep that in mind. It won't surprise me. In the future, if we get a more successful, and I didn't have time to plan this for today, but I have these weather radios. When I do these live updates, I like to do a campaign giveaway for one of these. So hopefully we'll have better luck doing this in the morning. I don't like doing it unless we get a good audience and we got a good turnover. And I put a link to our official North Georgia First Alert website. We did not get it active tonight. But in the future, I do plan on giving these. I've got like 6 or 7 of these that I like to give away during live broadcasts. I definitely will have them for hurricane season. That's for sure. We'll have that up. So I like to give those away, but we'll do that at a future date. So something you can look forward to here on the channel. It was something I did with my initial money that I bought with YouTube, and decided that I was going to do that as a contest. Originally, I thought I would just pick people at random. I said, no, let's just do that as a contest. I kind of changed my mind on that. Okay, look at it. Stonecrest, Stockbridge. Seeing the lightning. Any lightning out there to look at? You too. Appreciate it. Have a good day. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to have a good night's sleep. Tomorrow is my wife and I's anniversary. We've been married 28 years. So tomorrow I got to get up in the morning and make sure I get the flowers, get the card and everything together. We were supposed to go to the zoo tomorrow, but as I showed you with that model data, I don't know if we're going to be able to do it because the weather looks pretty crappy. We might have to go on Sunday. Might do our church day on Saturday with my dad, and then we go on Sunday. We'll have to play it by ear, but the weather don't look too good to go to the zoo tomorrow. My wife is always loves to go to the zoo, wants to go to the zoo, and I said, that's our anniversary. I will take you to the zoo. That's where you'd like to go. So, again, appreciate you everybody checking out. We got 77 likes today. We've considered adding on to our subscriber total here. We've added 40 new subscribers tonight. So that is a good round number for this little channel. And again, you guys here across, this would not shock me. I'm just looking at eyeballing this stuff. This might still go severe. So even if we shut off, don't be surprised. Commerce, Athens, over here to Barrow County, over to these counties up there, Jackson, you might see it go severe. It's possible. Jefferson, Commerce, Athens, these areas in here, this might pulse up. So even if this one warning, which has got another 9 minutes left, if it expires and they don't extend another one out, that's not to say once we go off air they might not issue another one. They could. Here behind this line though, no, this is all just plain old steady rain here for tonight. And they just clipped away a little more of that county. I just saw they just clipped away more of it. 9 minutes left. Swanee tomorrow, moving east to 25. Well, thank you guys. Ronald, Penny, thank you, Ronald. Thank you for the anniversary wishes. Penny, you too. And Benjamin Show, thank you. I love your apple, by the way. Like that a lot. Yeah, I always wondered about the...
This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
That was the one we just looked at. They updated it right where we were on it. It kind of tripped some of the counties away. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tyler, you think we can get one more subscriber? We might. I mean, if we get one more, I'm all about the 5s and the 0s. So if we can get one more subscriber, we can get to 6935. That'd be a good way to end the night, don't you think? Tyler's my unofficial cheerleader on this channel. He's on every broadcast, and we really appreciate his support. So we get one more subscriber before going to bed. That would be a pretty nice thing. Let me look here at the weather tab here. I'm going to look here. I'm going to zoom in here a little quick. Hold on one second. Let's look at that real quick. Steve, you got your 23rd in September, huh? Yeah, time goes by fast when you're having fun, huh? Yeah, I still got a lot of these counties. These counties back behind here should be trimmed away. They haven't done it yet. And thank you. There we go. We hit our 35. Woo! There you go. There you go, Tyler. You did it, brother. We got that 30. We got that 5 in there. All these counties back behind here that they've not trimmed away yet. I don't see that. These out of here in front of it, these are fine. They've added these counties. I'm okay with that. But these ones behind there, they need to trim these away. That is Rich Trinidad. Rich Trinidad was 6935. Thank you, Rich. I appreciate you. Always great to have a new subscriber on the channel. Let me go back and rate our Omega here tonight. Said all the storm chasers, they're all done tonight. Let's go. Yeah, we got it. That's okay. We're good. We're good tonight, man. We had 675 views. Hey, Steve, good numbers tonight, brother. We did real well. Compared to what we did today, we had, I started the day at 6882. So it was 18. So about 50, roughly about 50, 53 new subscribers today. That's a solid day. Hey, thanks, Rich. I appreciate you, man. Share the love, man. Share the love, man. I'm so tired of getting squashed by the YouTube algorithm. It's a beast. It takes the fun out of doing this. That's the thing. When it shuts me down. Yeah, we had a good broadcast tonight. Yep, absolutely. Perfect good broadcast. We got to talk about a lot of different stuff. Try to keep it entertaining. Try to keep it educational. And like I said, not scare the bejesus out of you. Gotta find that balance. You know, I may not have as many of the bell whistles as the Godfather's got, but I think we got a good product. We do good work here. So we got getting close here. We got 5 more minutes left on this current warning, and we'll see what happens after that. Let's go back to this camera here to see what Rockdale can, see if the lightning's still lighting up good there or not. A little bit of a breeze picking up there, but not looking too bad there. Gwinnett County's looking better. You see the storms moving over here to the east of Barrow County now, and Walton County, and Jackson County. And still part of Hall County getting hit pretty good here. And thank you for that subscriber. There, yeah, I have no problem keeping it going, man. I have no problem asking for you guys to keep that subscribers going. It's part of the fun of doing it. We all like to watch our channels grow because just like any YouTuber, you know, your intent is to find your audience, to find your niche, obviously, and to grow the channel. And you like to see it growing in the right direction. So that, to me, the more people we get on the channel, the more people I can inform and share my knowledge with. And that's the fun part about it. Hey, Evil Queen. Oh, you can't. Oh, my mic's gone dead. Ooh, sorry. Did my microphone go dead on me? I may have. I just switched microphones here. There it goes. I missed who that was. Doggone it. Well, thank you. I didn't see the name. I'm sorry. But thank you for subscribing. Yeah, Tyler said, great broadcast. Yeah, it was a good broadcast tonight. Very good. Very, very good. But again, looking up here, again, the only thing I'm concerned about here is these storms up here. These are looking healthy. Maybe not quite near Gainesville, coming on down south into Jefferson. That's the only area I see potentially coming into Jefferson Commerce might go severe, maybe. It's borderline. This stuff down here to the south is definitely settling down. Yeah, sorry about that. My microphone may have been going dead. Those things are only good for about 3-4 hours, and you got to swap them out. It's been 3 hours, so yep, pretty good. I don't know. I've been debating on whether I want to get a microphone stand. I know a lot of the YouTubers have that. The only reason why I wear the wireless microphone is because I do have a green wall that I use from time to time. And thank you for that new subscriber. I've got to repaint that thing. I think the wife and I are going to do that this weekend. It's the wrong color green. It's not slime green color enough. It's too dark. So what happens is that it doesn't key out enough. So like when I get in front of like with a shirt like this, you can see through me. So it's not quite, some shirts it does well, some shirts it doesn't. And I've been putting it off for a while and I really need to repaint that wall. I gotta repaint that wall and get it looking better. And especially with hurricane season coming up, I cannot have that thing not be right. So again, if you guys have, again, we've got 81 likes tonight. If you've not subscribed, if you like the coverage here tonight, all I can ask you for everybody who's watching tonight, please share with your family, please share with your friends. Anybody like, hey, this guy's a pretty good weather guy. Yeah, you might want to watch him for future updates. Again, it's tough when you got the two big behemoths out there. I mean, between Max Velocity and Ryan Hall, they both got about 4 million followers between the two of them. 4 million. So when you've only got 6,937 subscribers, where do you think the YouTube algorithm is going to try to go to? It's going to go to those guys before it ever comes over here. So the intent here is by the end of the year, if we can get to 10,000 subscribers, because I've had multiple YouTubers tell me that is when the YouTube algorithm starts paying a little more attention to you. That'll be one of the goals. So hopefully with our hurricane coverage later this year, if we got any decent hurricanes this year, and I'll continue to do a little bit of advertising by when I get paid from YouTube. YouTube gives me a little money. I'm gonna get right back to them and advertise to grow the channel. So hopefully we'll do a little bit of that and we'll see what happens. Got a new warning, but that's not in our area. Where we got here? Back here toward Texas. Still doing some stuff down here in Texas, still holding on. And again, it wouldn't shock me throughout the night. We get these individual warnings that are going to pop up all night. So this is for northeastern DeMitt, eastern Sevalia, and southwestern Frio. Goes till 10:30. This is located near Batesville, moving southeast at 35. That's definitely in the near San Antonio area. I remember as a radio meteorologist back in the day, we had a radio station we did there in San Antonio, and I recognize those counties.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
That was for that one. And it looks like, my friends, looks like the last warning is now done. All righty. So all of North Georgia, you are now warning free. All right. So what we're going to expect here for the rest of tonight. All right. So before I just hang up, I want to do a kind of rehash here. I want to get everybody going here, prepare for tomorrow. So we still have an opportunity for severe weather tonight. Any of these storms here could still individually give you a warning. So, but don't worry about it. Maybe some gusty winds, some heavy rains and stuff like that. But good sleeping weather tonight. Tomorrow, there's 2 rounds of rain and storms tomorrow. I still think tomorrow evening, looking at the latest 0Z run that I saw in the high resolution, we may see some more severe weather tomorrow. Could not rule that out. If it warrants it, I will probably do another live tomorrow. Yeah, it will all depend on what my wife and I are doing, because it is our anniversary, like I mentioned, tomorrow. So depending on what we're doing, if I'm available to do it, I will do weather if it's necessary. So we got that. Then once this goes by, Sunday's looking like a pretty good day. May have some residual clouds around, maybe a little bit breezy. It will be cooler. North Georgia temperatures probably in the 70s and 50s for a few days as we got a cutoff low that's going to be sitting over the Ohio River Valley, and we're going to be sitting our upper level low, and we're going to be sitting pretty nice for a couple days here. So again, I want to thank everybody for checking our broadcast. I got 34 of y'all still on the channel right now. If you haven't subscribed, if you like what you saw tonight, if you'd like to see this in the future, please hit the subscribe button. That way I'm in your YouTube feed, so you can get the idea of my weather dailies that I do on a regular basis to keep you informed of weather wherever you're watching, and also to keep them in your YouTube feed. So please do that as well. And again, we had 82 likes tonight, and I want to thank everybody for helping us have a successful broadcast. Steve, thank you for your help, brother. Again, appreciate you being our technical advisor for tonight. Tyler, our unofficial cheerleader, helping us promote the channel. Again, I thank you guys here for tonight. And we had over 700 views tonight. So a successful broadcast. Again, I know those numbers seem maybe small compared to the big boys, but for this little channel, that was a good day. All right, you guys have a good night. We'll see you guys next time. Y'all stay safe, be ready out there, and we'll see you on another broadcast. Till then, you have a good night. Bye, everybody. Have a good night.